don't know that song.
You never watched A Walk to Remember?
I think it was when I was really young. I know it's with Mandy Moore and that one guy who was like
Shane
a
West.
bully. And then
He was playing an 18-year-old, but I swear he's 35 in the film. Mandy Moore was probably like early 20s, but he was actually 35, but he was playing an 18-year-old.
wait, really?
No, he's
was
probably
that
young.
old?
He just has an old face to me. Shane West is not attractive. And I'll say that.
Shane West?
You didn't
Yeah.
need to say that, Sam, actually.
And someone needed to say it because I think he was getting a lot of jobs at MTV, and they're like, it's a white guy's his face. I'm like, it's bad.
Yeah,
You see this guy?
I get it.
He's not special, but he was getting paid. And then when was A Walk to Remember?
It's because he was in A Walk to Remember. He's the romantic love. He was also in Cinderella Story.
With Selena Gomez, right? Is that the same?
Hilary Duff, I think.
I'm like, he
No,
better not be
no.
with Selena Gomez because that age difference is too
That was
far.
Chad Michael Murray.
Oh, you're right.
Don't ever Chad Michael Murray
They
and Shane
look
West.
the same.
Yeah, one's the hot version of the ugly one. Chad Michael Murray is hot.
They look the same.
They don't look the same.
Chad Michael.
Shane West looks like the villain version of Chad Michael Murray.
Well,
I'm trying to think.
with everything that's happened, have you guys seen
They
the
look the
Nickelodeon?
same, don't they?
They're white guys.
Have you guys seen the Nickelodeon video not the Nickelodeon, Quiet on Set about
No.
Nickelodeon?
No. Is Shane West in it?
No. Well, do you know what it's about?
I know what it's about.
It's about like the predatory behavior that was happening to kids. There was a girl that I saw who did a video kind of related to it on TikTok, how like Nickelodeon and like these teen shows have a habit of putting younger stars with like older people. And one of the examples what she used was in Cinderella Story. Chad Michael Murray was like late 20s, maybe late 20s, and Hilary Duff was like 15, 16. So they were like at least 10 years apart in the movie.
That's crazy.
Dang.
Well, that's not worse than the one I think I've talked about before, was the movie Blank Check. It was like a Disney movie where a kid like got a blank check and he brought $1 million and he was like rich and stuff. But there was an FBI agent, a female FBI agent who's in the movie, like supposed to investigate him. But they have like a romantic thing and she kisses him at the end of the movie. And she's like, call me in 10 years.
What?
And I'm like, how did this go in the movie?
Well, apparently there was another one that happened with Kirsten Dunst. Is that how you say her name?
Yeah.
And Leonardo DiCaprio, like when Kirsten, I don't know her name. Is it Kristen or Kirsten?
Kirsten.
When Kirsten was like 13 or 12, she was in some vampire movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh,
and
Interview
Leonardo
with the
DiCaprio
Vampire?
was like late 20s, early 30s. So he was like 14 or 15 years older than her. Like she was a teenager and he was like getting into his 30s.
Well, that's his vibe.
Well, yeah, but the movie created that environment.
Wait.
Anyway, hello everybody and welcome back to the Comfort Level podcast. I'm Maddie and I'm here with...
I'm Sam 1.
Brandon.
Sam 2.
The glorification of drugs has like always been there though, right? Like
Yeah.
even in the 90s, like it's always been a thing.
Well, the DARE program. You guys had the DARE program, right?
No, we
no,
didn't
but I
have
know what
that.
it is.
Oh, so maybe that was our generation was DARE. They're like, crack is whack. And we're like, yeah, dude.
You're getting crack is whack, and we're getting over here like, oh yeah, I got codeine in my cup, and we're like, yeah, we got the codeine in our cup.
Because
At school, they were saying that.
yeah, because
That's
dare
cool.
dare for us at school was drugs are really amazing.
They should have picked a different acronym, I think.
So like they're like, oh, he's in the dare program. We're like, oh,
We dare you to do drugs. 'cause it's
Drugs
good.
are actually eccentric.
so
Stupid.
I think that's just like marrying the two phrases together in one word. Like this next story.
She got it.
We don't get that.
I'm not pressing that. They're both two white buttons right next to each other.
We don't get that though.
We never get it.
They're two.
We never get applause for our transitions.
It was an accident.
It's funny how you always have an accident on your transitions, but you never seem to accident.
I always
never
have the
accidentally
accident the
picked the
first
wrong
time,
button.
and I always happen to be making the transition first. But
I was going to make that one, but I was going to make one.
it seemed like you were going to make one, and
But
then
I
you.
forgot all the words, so.
Same.
And I wasn't going to open my phone, so I was
I know.
hoping it would happen.
Oh yeah, I have to get a a white erase board so we can put the words up there so we can. That's where we look instead of.
Then we're all just like,
Just staring.
if I see your head snap that way, I'm like, oh, Mary.
Transition.
You didn't write the words big enough, huh? This seems one-sided.
So this first story is from r/true off my chest. My boyfriend proposed and now I don't want to marry him anymore.
Because of the proposal?
Yes.
That's crazy.
You always
Well,
want
not really.
something that you can't have, I guess. I don't know. And then when it happens, you don't want it.
I guarantee you it's probably the way he proposed.
Probably.
Like, you want to do this, I guess.
I guess we should probably get married.
Yeah, I love you and whatever.
It's calm.
I guess.
It's calm.
It's calm.
I'll
you can't
settle
say
for
that.
you, you know?
My boyfriend proposed and now I don't want to marry him anymore. I know this might seem stupid and ungrateful, but honestly, I'm too upset to even care. 2 days ago, my boyfriend proposed to me at a McDonald's near our house. He got on his knees in the middle of us eating and asked if I wanted to marry him with a silver ring. Some people were looking at me with happy faces and others with looks of pity and disgust.
Oh my God.
That's how I felt in the moment. I didn't say anything. I literally just sobbed and nodded my head because I didn't want to embarrass him. The reason I'm mad over his way of proposal was because, one, we don't talk about proposing every day, but we probably talk about it at least twice a month, with him usually bringing it up. I told him I wanted my mom, sister, and dad to be there if it was possible and for it to be in a romantic setting. 2, I hate silver jewelry. I'm a gold girl and he knows it. I told him I would never want any silver ring, and if he does buy me any jewelry, it's gold. I feel like if you're asking somebody to spend their life with you, then it should be more thought out and planned. I don't think this is the type of person I want to marry, but I don't know. I've been trying to convince myself since yesterday that maybe I hyped up the proposal in my head too much, that whatever he did wouldn't have topped it off. I think anything but that would have been better.
McDonald's is not romantic? Am I tripping? What? No, I'm playing.
Wait, did it have a play? The play place?
Because if it has
If
a
it was in the
play
play place,
That's
A kid like
Dream.
puked in front of them and he's like, oh my God, did you see that? And he like pulls it out. He's like, will you marry me?
out of the puke.
nice.
That's actually good because that is thought
That is
out.
pretty good.
Because life's dirty, but will you do dirty life with me?
He punches the kid in the stomach. The kid pukes. He's like, "Wait, what's that?"
Oh, wait,
pulls
no,
it out
that's
of
a
his-
nickel.
Yeah.
He pulls it out of his McChicken. He's like, okay.
Oh. Well, because I was hoping that they at least had like a cute story about McDonald's, and that's why he chose to do it. Like, our first date was here, or which is crazy if your first date was McDonald's, but maybe
Unless
they
you're
had
like
something.
13.
Yeah, something, but it just seemed like he just did it.
Yeah, when I was reading it for the first time, I was like, I feel like me being like, I get it, makes me seem like vain and shallow. But I do think the fact that he literally is doing the opposite of what she wanted
Yeah.
is like a problem. And yeah, it's so. Do you guys have anything else to say before I read the top comment?
No, I
Yeah,
think I
do.
agree with that. It's like you guys talked about it a lot. She had clear things.
Yeah.
Just easily do those. Like that's all you have to do. Get a gold ring and do it with her mom and her family there. I'm like, that's like easy things to do. And he just didn't do that. That is, I hate that she's not going to do it over this, but I'm like, I get it too at the same time because this is stuff you want to do in a relationship. I should be able to tell you something and you can reasonably do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel like out of all locations, like
McDonald's is
McDonald's, like
a park. Anything is better than McDonald's.
literally, if he followed everything that she said, like you were saying, if he just literally followed those two ramifications. Wait, is that the word? Ramification? No, ramifications is when you do something bad, right?
Yeah, the things are kind
It's like
Two
the
standards.
consequences.
If he followed those two standards that she has, I want gold. Do it with my peoples. A park would have been fine. A park would have been fine. Heck,
He might have been able to do it at McDonald's with that, I think.
I feel like proposals
I
are
don't know about all that.
I feel like proposals are like blown out of proportion nowadays though.
I
Like
do agree with that.
it is, you have to do some extravagant over the moon crap, but I mean, if you really love that person and you wanted to be with them, it shouldn't matter if it's at McDonald's or if it's a pull tab, ring, whatever it is. If you really love that
Pull
person,
tab.
then that shouldn't matter. I don't know. I was thinking like a beer tab. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like any ring, anything that person means that much to you that it wouldn't matter. It's just like in that moment, like you were like, okay, this is the person I love and I want to spend the rest of my life with. And you should have felt that moment, I guess. So maybe she didn't feel that moment.
He felt it.
She's like
He did.
mid-bite, like
He was like, the way she just ate that chicken nugget, I'm spending the rest of my life with this woman.
That is actually a real thing. I've been at like a fast food place with my partner, and I'm like, I love you. Like the way you're eating that burger, I love you.
But you see what I'm saying? Like it could have just been like
And you're
a,
like, I just want to marry you now.
I don't know,
get it.
but it obviously was thought out because he had a ring.
He
but
did have it.
at the same time, I don't know. I feel like it almost should be a spur of the moment kind of thing because I don't know. I feel like that's
it feels
better
like
to
he
me.
like put in ChatGPT like what's the way that I should propose to my girlfriend.
ChatGPT wouldn't have said this.
Because it's like
ChatGPT doesn't make
so
this up.
ChatGPT would have had a better
Yeah.
option. Okay, so top comment, and I thought this perspective was really interesting. It said, "This sounds like a man who wants to break up but doesn't want to be the bad guy. I'm not joking or being sarcastic." And then somebody else said, "That was my first thought. It reminds me of a post a few months back of somebody's boyfriend proposing with a lackluster ring, and she said yes and spent a while thinking about what it meant. It was later revealed that he expected her to break up with him over it so he could leave the relationship while making her look like a superficial bitch,
Oh, wow.
but got sick of her waiting to bring up her disappointment to him, so he just confessed it to her."
dang.
This post gives the same energy. If I ever end up actually marrying anybody, I won't think twice about how he proposed or the ring he got because he will have listened to me or he knows me well enough to do something meaningful for me. If I'm second guessing any of this, then I trust that I wouldn't marry someone who didn't make me feel like I am 100% valued, loved, and respected. And I thought that was an interesting perspective because we talked about in the past how people didn't want to be the bad guy and break up. And so they will do actions where you're like, this isn't right. I feel like you're like,
Yeah.
this is wrong.
I've done that before, so
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
That's why I want to do this all the time. Just
In the
This
past,
was my
I don't do it
idea.
anymore, but I've definitely done that. I would never propose to someone to do that. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a very far. And that kind of goes against it because I'm like, you're making it more serious. And
you got to do payments on those rings too.
Oh. Be bad at communicating and like being like very not affectionate and stuff, and then you would break up with me. But this reason, maybe guys are doing this to get out of it. I don't buy that. But I do like what they said in the comment about, I do think there's something in the energy of how you propose to someone that does show that you care about them. Because the thing I'm against in this whole thing, I'm against engagement rings. Because the whole thing that it's a marketing thing that someone just thought up 100 years ago and now we all follow it. It's crazy to me.
Wait, what?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
So the concept of an engagement ring was this diamond company like 100 years ago came with the concept of like, you need to pay this much money for an engagement ring. They created the concept of an engagement ring.
Like it should be a percentage of your salary or whatever.
It should be, 6 months or 6 months salary and stuff like that's all just a marketing campaign that stuck. It's like one of the most successful marketing. Now people live their lives. People are having arguments with like, look at that little ring. I'm like, it's a made up thing. It's not even it's not even that old. It's like 100 years in the constants of the world. So the fact that we're doing it, I hate that stuff. But I do think there is something about the energy of a proposal like, this should be the most important. This is one of the most important decisions of my life. Hopefully, I'm only getting married once. So, like, this is a person that I want to show that I care about them, and we're making this giant decision. Maybe don't do it at McDonald's.
Just maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
True.
But also
I can see
getting you a
that.
ring from the 25-cent machine too.
I mean that the ring shouldn't matter, to be honest. I'm not gonna be like, I mean, it's gonna turn her finger green, but that's okay.
Like a ring pop.
Plastic one.
Yeah. She's like,
Deadpool, hello, he pulled it out of his ass crack.
Oh my gosh. Did you
Wait,
guys see-
what? He pulls a ring pop out of his butt?
and he says, "Will you marry me?" Yeah.
Oh.
does
feel
it
like
make
I
the
remember.
sound?
No. Wow.
That's romantic.
No, it seems like he pulls it out of his butt because he doesn't have any pants on. But
Okay.
Wait, what is this?
Deadpool. I feel like I remember this vaguely now.
I missed the Deadpool part. I was like, wait, did you get proposed to by a guy with no pants on and
Oh.
pull out butt?
No.
Well, but what happened to you, Sam? What?
No.
She said, and that's why I said no.
That's why I said no.
I use it as a butt plug.
What?
That's it going.
Slurping it up.
That's a ring.
Done. Oh, jeez.
I'm not doing it.
Are
I'm
you
just
sure?
looking. I'm just looking. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look too.
Yeah, I knew.
I might need a.
He
Hold
might
on,
need
let me block you
surgery
real
after.
quick. Like this next
I was gonna do it, but I was like, I knew that I was looking too long, so I look up and Sam's like,
I'm staring dead at her because she's just like,
because all you're just making butt plug sound effects, and I'm like, we got to move on, because our audio listeners, once they listen to that, they're gonna be like on the way to work, and they're like, what was that?
they're like, was that me?
Did I take it out this
to take
morning?
that
Oh. We're helping people then.
I thought sitting felt weird today.
Because we've all had that time when we forgot to take our butt plug out on the way to work.
So this second story is from, am I the asshole for blocking my ex when she broke up with me?
Oh.
Wait, blocking when you forgot? I think you can block people.
I think you can block people. Yeah.
I think
like,
that's
whatever.
a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, how else do you not move on? Like, especially if they're so entrenched in your lives.
Yeah, you gotta
it's just
block
easier
them.
to be like, I'll probably unblock you in the future, but I feel like I need to block you for right now.
Even though I've never blocked an ex.
Look all you want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He shies.
Okay, so am I the asshole for blocking my ex when she broke up with me? My 19 male ex-girlfriend, 20 female, of 3 years broke up with me Sunday night over text. She told me that she felt like my lack of ambition was holding her back and she needed to move on with her life because she felt like I didn't value her. When she sent me that, I just sent okay and blocked her and fell asleep shortly after. I did not block her friends and had loads of messages yesterday morning when I woke up. They were asking me to unblock her and to talk to her. My sister, 20 female, is also friends with my ex-girlfriend, and she told me that my ex was hurt by my sudden blocking and that she still wanted to talk to me for closure and wanted to make sure I was okay. I told my sister that I was okay and that I didn't want to talk to my ex, but would like it if she could tell her that I appreciate her checking on me. My sister was not happy with this and told me that it was a hard decision for my ex and... Sorry. There's nothing funny
You're
happening.
dying.
My sister was not happy with this and told me that it was a hard decision for my ex and she just wants to talk to me. I again told her that I was fine and that I'd rather not. My sister then told me that I'm acting insanely calm for being broken up with someone that I was with for 3 years. I told her that I was fine. She again asked if I cried and I told her that I didn't and just fell asleep listening to music. My sister told me that she was concerned about my lack of emotion and told me that my behavior isn't normal. I told her that I'm not obligated to cry over anything, and I think it's weird that she was acting like I was. My sister once again told me that it wouldn't hurt to have one conversation with my ex because she was still worried about me and wanted to stay friends. I once again told her that I was fine and I didn't want to talk to her. She told me that my lack of compassion is psychotic. That pissed me off, so I started ignoring her and eventually she left me alone. This morning when I woke up, my sister sent me a bunch of text messages again, so I blocked her. And because of this, she went and told our parents, and they are upset with me for blocking my ex without communicating first. They said that we've been together long enough and they thought of her as a second daughter. I was just aggravated at this point
So confused.
and told them that I'd appreciate if they mind their business, but they didn't stop. So I told them that I wouldn't hesitate to block them too if they continue,
It's going crazy.
which caused them to stop. They apologized to me and told me they didn't mean any harm, but it just felt like it was inconsiderate of me to block her without talking about it first, but they won't press me to talk to her if I don't want to. And then top comment before we get to the reaction, somebody said, nobody putting the point that she broke up with him via text. A 3-year relationship? What the fuck?
Right?
And then somebody else said, my partner of 12 years broke up with me over text and I blocked him. So same energy.
I do not understand why they're going so hard on this boy. What the heck?
In 19 and 20?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Right? Who gives a... No. Let him do what he's going to do. Everybody handles their stuff differently. So...
Mm-hmm. I get the ex being like, I wanted to talk about it, but also
She just wanted a reaction.
He also gets to be like, okay, well, I don't want to.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, she can be upset, but he can also be like, and I don't need to talk to you. So
You made your choice. What
you
is that?
decided you wanted to break up. That's
You
it.
gave me your.
Yeah.
You told me what you want. I'm gonna listen to it. Bye. Like, I don't.
Because I'm okay with the friends like calling, trying to get him because I'm like they're friends. The sister's the friend. I get it. The parents,
Weird.
What?
That's
very
strange.
weird. They broke up with your son. She broke up with your son. You're like, we still love her like a dog. I'm like, well, it's over. We're done.
I will say the fact that he's like in shock though, I was a little bit surprised by that, but I'm like you said, they're young, and also people's like reaction to a breakup can be completely different. Like maybe he's just holding it or whatever, but the fact that they're looking for him to be like crying and they're like, why are you not crying? You're weird for not crying. It's like, well, it's not everybody that's going to be crying. Maybe they weren't as close as everybody assumed they were.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe there were signs leading up to the text message. So he already like went through emotions beforehand
Yeah.
as well. So I don't know. I just don't. I think that is so weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like blocking, like what is that? What does that have to do with? No.
Even though I do get her thing because I remember in high school I loved talking about a breakup. We would break up and we just talk about it for like a week or 2 weeks after. It'd be longer than our actual dating. We talked about breaking up. So I get that feeling. I loved doing that when I was young.
What do you think about her breaking up with him over text message? Because if you wanted to talk about it, then let's meet in person. That's when you break
not
up
the
with me,
same.
and then that's when we talk about it.
You have to write these long flowery messages like, oh my gosh, I felt this. And it's hard to do that in person because you can't think of it at the time. You know?
Mm-hmm. But the
You need to write out
breakup,
a
or
script and then
are you
send
still
it,
talking about
like-
this? The decompressing
The
talk.
decompressing part.
Because
But
I feel like
I guess the other breakup, like if it's 3 years, I'm calling you. Even in high school.
Right. I
I'm
will call
calling
you.
and saying it.
being like, I need to talk.
Yeah. We need to talk. Not we need to talk.
I needed to talk to you. It could be we need to talk, but it could also be, hey, do you have a second? I need to talk to you.
Did you ever have an okay thing happen after someone said that?
Oh, all the time. It was
Yeah.
never scary, but
I feel like it was
they
always
never
scary
meant.
every time someone said I need to talk. It was always like
Same.
it's over.
There was something that happened the other day with you and me when I texted you like, hey, I need to call you, blah, 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 blah. Like, can I call you in 10 minutes or something?
Oh yeah, that
And
was
you're like,
scary.
I just wish you would call me now because I'm going to be waiting here for 10 minutes, freaking out, wondering what that's
Because
about.
that's trauma from my past of people saying that to me, and I'm
Yes.
like, they're like, you're dead to me, or I'm gonna come burn your house down. Like it was always
They
started
said that
off
to
with
you?
that. Yeah, I need to talk to you. I'm going to burn your house down.
I'm going to commit arson. on
Yeah,
you.
and I'm like, well, don't. Well, thanks for the heads up,
Maybe don't call. I'll call the police.
but also please don't.
Did you do anything crazy for them to want to burn your house down, or?
Yeah, burn their house down.
Okay.
But like,
But
people always like tit for tat. Like I do something to you, you have to do it back to me. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
I'm done, Sam. I can't.
Of course, I burn their house down. Bro.
Oh,
It's so mad.
I thought we were gonna have a wedding.
Like this next story.
Let's go, Sam One.
That's what she thought, and then she broke up with him because I don't know. I guess I just don't know what she was expecting.
She wanted to have a whole drama thing. Like
That's it, the
They're
drama.
young, like they love that. You just get like a good drama. Their whole friend group's gonna be talking like, oh my gosh.
Can you believe?
Because
she did this.
What were the reasons she said? You're not ambitious. You're 19 years old. You're not ambitious, and you're holding me back from what?
From what?
You're
Right.
19 years old. What are
College
you talking
applications.
about? You're talking like you're in your 30s. Like, yeah, you have no ambition. You're not doing anything. Like, I just got out of high school, bro.
That is funny.
So she seems like a person's like, I say they're like chronically online people who just view life through like what they see on the internet, and they think they should be doing these things or getting through these things. I'm like, that's not real life.
That's
The
not
internet's
real.
not real life.
It's not real.
It's not real life, but there's like the most relatable things in the world on the internet.
And people
True.
think they should follow it. And I'm like, I don't think you would talk like that if you didn't have the internet to tell you to talk
True.
like that.
Every situation is different. So,
But speaking of follow, make sure you like and subscribe.
Whoa! That's product integration.
Make sure you're liking and subscribing.
Yes.
Like this video and subscribe.
And also subscribe.
And if you made it this far in the video, leave a little comment. What should we say if you made it this far in the video?
Your favorite color.
Well, something.
What was the best thing you heard after someone said we need to talk?
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Or what's the worst? Best or worst?
Best or worst, yeah.
Worst
Yeah.
things too.
Okay.
Did someone also try to commit arson on you?
Sam, I think your story is really unique, and I don't think you realize that.
You're gonna see how many arson stories are in our
It's just firehouse emoji, firehouse emoji. Comment a firehouse emoji.
If you
the two
committed
emojis.
arson, throw the fire emojis.
And if you didn't commit arson, throw the fire emojis in there so we can make sure nobody goes to jail. No comforters
Yes.
go to
Yeah,
jail
protect
tonight.
our comforters.
Protect each other,
If you're an
guys.
arsonist, we support you.
Well, so
Sam supports you.
Reform. They can be better. They can change. I've changed.
I feel like that's an Ottoman's.
I feel like you were just lighting something on fire like 10 minutes ago.
No.
I saw
In the
you
bathroom.
outside,
There
sir.
was a small controlled fire in the bathroom. Just a roll of toilet paper.
Brandon had to run in and throw it in the
He
toilet.
did have to
You
do
do
that.
owe me.
What?
And I'm a loan shark. I want interest.
Oh no.
So you burned one.
And this
So
is my
I need
last
12.
episode of the podcast. You'll never hear from me again.
I know where you live. Maybe nothing to burn down that house.
Uh-oh.
No? Like we were talking about. Protect your arsonist, Sam.
Well, that's why this plan has been like years in the making. That's a staged house. That's not my house. I Airbnb'd that house for when you guys would come over. You don't know where I live.
I know what you drive.
Oh dang. That's actually true. That is actually my car.
Okay, so this next story comes from r/comfort level pod.
What?
And it is
Insert song.
Can we talk to subscribers? r/comfort level pod.
That was it.
Am I the asshole for dropping out of my dad's wedding because I won't agree to his bride's requested hairstyle? Before I continue, keep in mind that I, female 18, and my dad, male 45, haven't had the best relationship. In fact, all of my siblings hate him, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt because he's my dad, and I decided to try and have a good relationship with him. He's getting married this summer on a cruise, the same one he got engaged on, and his fiance asked me to be a bridesmaid, and I said yes. But I was skeptical about it from the beginning, mainly because I don't like boats, but I decided to go anyways. As the planning started to progress, she sent me the color and fabric she wanted my dress to be. I don't really like the color nor the fabric, but it's not my wedding, so I just kept my mouth shut. Fast forward to a few days ago, I was on the phone with my dad showing him my hair that I had just gotten done, braids, and he started to say that my hair won't be that long for the wedding. And I'm like, of course not, because the braids I have now are past my butt. So I said they'll be around waist length. And he told me the braids that I have to get needed to be just barely touching my shoulders. I told him I wasn't comfortable with my hair being that short, especially because the ceremony is 15 minutes long and the cruise is an entire week. Then the week I come back is my birthday, so I won't be able to find a hairstylist after that. And he starts yelling at me saying that he doesn't care, telling me that since he's paying for everything, I have to do what he says. I never asked him to pay for anything. He told me not to worry about it after I told him I'd figure it out. And thinking about it now, I feel like if we're arguing in person, he would have tried to do something to me. It's happened before. Since then, I've been ignoring his horrible excuse for an apology, and I told him I wasn't going to go. Am I the asshole? And then there's a little mini update. I don't think so. I feel like a wedding party should not have that much control over the people that they're asking to be in their wedding. It's like it's a hairstyle. You might basically have like a recommendation or something, or like this is what I would like to see. But especially somebody who has braids, it's like, no, I mean, just
Like if needed, you could twist them up or like put them.
like I feel like as specific you should be is like, oh, I'd like your hair down, or I would like your hair in an updo. I think maybe that's as close as specific you should be. And maybe like, but I was going to say even maybe matching like makeup, but that kind of really depends on your skin color, like what
Right.
makeup is going to look the best on you. But yeah, no, I don't think she's the asshole for that. And I'm sorry that she even said at the end, like if she was with him in person, he might have potentially, what I was getting from that was that he would have
cut her hair.
I was thinking cut her hair, maybe if I tried to like intimidate her and force her to do it or something. I don't know. But the cutting hair is an option, and that's a little scary to think about.
It's definitely messed up. So I can see it being an issue if it was like super close to the wedding, like it was the next week and they already bought all the cruise tickets and all that stuff. But even then, to go that hard on somebody on a hairstyle, like what does it really matter at the end of the day? What, because the picture is going to have long hair? Like, I don't understand.
Like she said, it's 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute ceremony.
I don't understand that. But also I can see.
Yeah, does it ruin that one picture with you see her and she has a long braid and they're like,
I can't believe her hair is that long.
Everyone's hair is shoulder length and look at that long.
Yeah, because if you're that particular, then is the wedding really that important to you?
Right. Right.
Even though it's funny, I was thinking about this because I still haven't verified this, so I don't know if it's true, but they were talking about the Super Bowl performance and Alicia Keys, Alicia Keys' voice cracked, but in the YouTube recording of it,
they edited it.
They
out.
did?
And so they're like talking about like years from now, if people listen to it, like people's memories fade and like this is our only like recording of it or view of it. And you're like, we'll forget that it happened, or it'll be like some Mandela effect, or like, did that actually happen, or is that like in our head? So it is interesting about like how pictures and videos become our memories, because our memories are bad that we can't quite remember. So we look to I remember this because I've seen that video several times, and that's what I think the memory was, even if it wasn't that.
Like Berenstein Bears.
But is somebody's hair really gonna affect that memory?
Maybe she sees the long hair like 10 years from now. She was like, that wedding sucked, because why would she have long? I don't know how. Like,
how is that going to affect? That's what I don't get.
I'll be honest, Sam, I thought you were going to come in with a fire point.
I thought it didn't.
The way you closed it, I was like,
but I get what you're saying.
It didn't work out.
She was mad because her hair, she was standing on the deck and her braids hit her in the face. So it ruined her whole wedding, her 15-minute wedding.
Honestly, though, braids kind of seem like they're a little bit heavy, so I don't think they're going to be flowing in the wind unless you're going like 200 miles an hour.
I've never been on a cruise, okay? So I don't know, but I just imagine being in a boat.
Trying to go on one?
I'll be hitting somebody.
She didn't answer that question on purpose.
I didn't. She
knew what she was doing.
I'm actually scared.
Why?
She doesn't like fish.
I don't like fish.
You don't really interact with them at all.
I don't feel like being like I'm stuck. Like
my mom's going.
Airports can't do it.
Oh yeah, you also said you're not going to go because of the concert.
I just spent a whole too much money.
A whole too much.
Okay, so there's a little update. I see people asking questions. For one, just because I feel like everyone is confused. I am black, and I wouldn't mind having shorter braids. I just rather not be uncomfortable and unhappy with my hair. The reason my siblings hate him is because every time he got a new girlfriend, he'd take care of her and her kids more than his own. And then she goes on to give an example, but that's basically it.
Been there. No.
Which I get that. How is he going to get these new kids to like him if he doesn't take care of them more than you?
I don't think it's possible.
Be the dad that stepped up in their life.
Yeah.
Why do you have to be like the dad that stepped up? Why can't you just be like the best friend? Like this next story.
I was going to say, it better be a transition, because that's not a thing.
That's not a thing.
You can't be a best friend?
No.
That's like the opposite of what they tell you. Like, I'm not your mom. I'm your best friend.
I'm your best friend. Don't worry about that. You got drunk last night? Oh, no big deal.
Just take some Tylenol.
Are any of you best friends with your mom?
No, because she's my mom. Like, as I've gotten older, I'm like, we're cool. We're buddies. But
or the real question, if you and your mom were in high school together, would you be friends?
I think she'd be too cool for me.
I don't know.
You
I don't think I would. I mean, I love my mom, but I just feel like as a friend, our personalities would never clash.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Even though we're kind of the same person, but it's like too much of the same
You
thing.
get annoyed by each other.
Yeah.
My mom would be the popular girl, and then but she's nice. She's the one who's nice to everybody. So she would know me. Well, she probably wouldn't remember my name, but I'd be like, hey, every once in a while. So we kind of know each other, but like we don't really know each other.
Wait, were you the girl like? Is it Avril Lavigne? Like, is a skater voice?
She said, "See you later, boy." No, I was just like,
what was that Hillary Duff song where it was talking about like?
She wasn't good enough. No, that's
Okay.
Avril Lavigne. No, I just didn't make friends easily like in high school. Like my first year, I was like, I'm going to try and like make friends. And I made a ton of friends. And then
So you are good at it.
when I try, but it takes so much energy to try. And then I switched schools. So my sophomore through my senior year, I went to a different school and I didn't want to try anymore. So I didn't make friends. I had like one or two that got me through. They got me through lunch, the day ones. And then when I left that school year, I said, you're not my day one anymore. You ever just have friends? I'm like, you're my school friend.
Well, that's funny because now you seem like I always laughed at like those high school movies where they are like three friends and they're like, we don't talk to anyone else. But that's actually a real thing. Like,
It's real.
you
Yeah.
have two friends, you're like, we don't. Everyone else are like, ugh.
Yes, that's very real.
Or you're introducing new kids, you're like, we're this group, but stay away from
Stay
the
away
jocks
from the
and
stoners
and
and
the art geeks.
Not the art.
art geeks.
Not the art.
Actually, I feel like I had more friends than that. I didn't have like two.
If I would have went to the same school district I did when I was in middle school, I probably would have had more friends because I'm like, I grew up with you guys. I've had years to get to know you guys, but it was like a different school district and the kids were just really cliquey. Like the first school that I went to, it was freshman year. So it's like you kind of have a chance because it's like, all right, we're all
That's
freshmen.
the best time, yeah.
We're coming from potentially different middle schools. Let's make friends. And then sophomore year, it's like, no, like you're new?
No.
You're new? Where from? Where's abouts? And so then I say that, and then they're like, we can't talk to this girl.
I gotta go.
Did you say where's the bout?
Where's abouts the bathroom?
Like, who's this weird chick here?
She's
Sammy,
not
what
from
were you
this
like in
time,
high
is she?
school?
When I showed up.
Were
No,
you like,
I wasn't.
Were you the Smokers Alley kids?
No.
Oh.
I was. I don't know. I feel like I had a few close people and that was it. So I don't know. I don't really branch out. I've always been somebody who they have to talk to me first or things like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm shy until you get to know me and then I'm like but yeah. So I have a few. One of them is still my best friend. So
and her name is your name, right?
yeah, her name's Sam too. Not Sam too, but her name is
I'm your
Sam
best
as
friend?
well. Yeah.
She just said Sam Two's her best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I lost it.
So this next story is also from, wait, you have to go.
I don't know
R
how-
slash.
R slash!
Cover level bar.
R slash!
Cover level. No, what you say?
Call that subscribe.
I thought you guys were gonna go 3 more times.
I didn't know when. Yeah, I was like, and that's why I'm like, we need to stop. We need to stop with all this filler nonsense of this podcasting crap and just be a band.
Like play rock band or
No, an actual band, Sam one.
Dang.
And if you want to pay the maracas or whatever you want to do,
I mean,
you're invited.
I just want to know,
I can
when
play.
did this music journey come through?
Since birth. Like, I've had music in my heart, like, from the beginning.
You guys want to check something we just made earlier today? Hey.
Get to the door, you whore. How can
Hey,
you
whore.
more?
Get to that door.
Get to the door, you whore.
Hey,
That's me, amor.
whore.
Get to the door, you whore.
Get out.
That's
Get out
me,
that
amor.
door.
Hey, get to the door, you whore. That's me, amor.
Get out.
That's actually so
So
good.
that's actually
good.
fire.
So good.
Let's quit all of this nonsense and be a band. But I did want to notice that Brandon wasn't in that.
So we make a new one?
No, that kind of supports my thing where Brandon's the manager of our band and it's just me and Maddie. I'm just saying, look at the results. That's what we need.
I think we need to make one to be fair, we need to make one with Brandon.
And then have people vote.
I mean, they can vote, but
if they vote that he's not in it, then he can't be in it.
No, I think he can still be in it.
Or just comment. Would you want to see a feature of Brandon? How about that?
You can feature.
Do you want to see a feature of Brandon on Get to the Door, You Whore?
Sweeping the nation.
Okay.
Yeah, drop a hot 16 on Get to the Door.
I know you guys are pretty busy with K-Dot and Drake right now, but maybe take some time to listen to our music too.
Yeah.
Which I'm not included in. Not just her.
You're part of it.
Nah.
You don't think the manager's a part of the band?
Nah.
They're just as important.
Like, he's trying to kick me out.
Because when we win our Grammy, I'm gonna be like, the first thing is like, I thank my manager, my cousin.
Not God?
God second. I'm thinking Brandon first, God second. Actually, I'm thanking the Sierra Mess machine at Taco Bell, then God. So
then
it goes you,
Brandon,
Taco Bell.
Oh.
No, Brandon, Taco Bell machine, Sierra Mess, God.
Am I the asshole for telling my best friend I don't want to be his friend anymore?
For telling my best friend?
You guys ever had friend falling outs?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Wow, the
You
way
don't
you
tell
two
them?
said it was like hurt. The way you two just said it was like
It was.
there's some pain
there's
behind
some
those eyes.
deep-seated stuff over
Not
here.
for me
Well,
I
somebody's
didn't
not
even
even
cry.
looking at us.
when it happened.
What are you doing?
I was looking at my notes.
Oh.
He's trying to change it.
I'm sorry.
We haven't even read the story, sir.
He said, "Wait, you're right." Anyway, I'm not gonna ignore the fact that Brandon answered that in a really emotional way, but to respect him,
Yeah.
let's read
We'll
the
let it
story.
go. We'll let it go.
Yeah.
I, 29 female, was friends with my best friend, 34 male, for 11 years. His dating history has always ended up being quite traumatic, and I've always tried to help him through that. He dated this one girl a few years ago, and she totally broke his heart. I don't want to go into detail because it's not my story, but it seemed the both of them were toxic towards each other. Every time something were to happen, it was a whole telenovela, and it never ended well. Well, they broke up, which hurt them both, and I ended up getting stuck in the middle because she wanted me to help her get him back and kept trying to use me to mediate, harassing me on every platform imaginable until I put my foot down and told her I wouldn't do it anymore. Anyway, my best friend started seeing someone, and he started to act really secretive about who it was. He was always like, "It's new. I don't want to say anything yet." And eventually I found out it was because he was dating that girl again. I told him that I didn't want to be part of this drama and the toxicity, and I didn't want to be his friend anymore if he pursued this. He told me that I was being unreasonable and he should be able to date who he wants without me walking away. I said he can date whoever he wants, but I don't want to be a part of whatever toxic energy drama that's about to come through when the cupcake phase is over.
Ooh.
I told him I thought we would be better off not being friends anymore because the drama was affecting my mental health. He says if I'm really his friend, I would stick around no matter what. But I feel like a boundary needed to be drawn because this crazy relationship started to affect my life too. Am I the asshole?
No.
I don't think so.
I've had actually a couple times where a very, very similar scenario happened. Yeah, and it's one of those situations where you kind of have to be. You gotta have that dog in you to be like, yo, like, you keep putting yourself in bad scenarios. But what the one thing I don't get is how it's like really like affecting his OP's mental health. Because I'm like, the scenario I was in with another friend, we were like, hey, we noticed that you have a pattern of doing this. We cannot continue to be friends if you keep putting yourself in that scenario. We don't want to see you like that, but that doesn't have anything to do with like our mental health. Like, that's your decision at the end of the day. You're grown, and if stuff goes south, that's your choice. Like, we can be there to support you, but I don't see how that could weigh mentally on you. But that's just my perspective. But yeah, I don't know. It's just that hard conversation you kind of have to have. It's just like, hey, you are doing yourself dirty. And I'm your friend enough to be like, I don't want to see you there, but I can't support you if you keep wanting to go there.
Right.
So I feel like there's a difference between, like Brandon said, if you choose to do that, that's on you. But is that the only reason you were friends, because they were in the relationship though? Is that like because you were the middle person when they broke up, or like, I don't know. I feel like it should be, if it's your best friend, it should be deeper than just that one relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand saying, hey, nah, I'm not dealing with that no more. I'm not talking about it, but I'll be your friend in another way. Like whatever else you need to talk about or whatever, I'm not dealing with the crazy, right? I'll deal with your other side of your life, I guess. I don't know like how to put it, but like, yeah, you're still my friend because I've known you for 11 years or whatever. And I still care about you or whatever, but if I'm not dealing with your relationship drama. So take that over there. You want to be my friend, I can talk to you about other stuff, but relationship drama, unless she stabs you in the neck or something, then I'll go to the hospital for you, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what the drama was, but I'm not going to be the middleman or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a good point, because it's like, I don't think there's anything wrong with what OP did, where they're like, listen, maybe his relationships take up a lot of his life.
yeah.
So it's like, okay, well then there's nothing else to talk to you about, like you said. But I also think your solution is good too, where it's like OP had mentioned, she's setting a boundary where she's like, I will not be in this conversation. I don't want to hear about this relationship. I don't want to, but yeah, it's definitely got to be awkward, especially because his like girlfriend already kind of made it awkward by what she said was harassing you on a bunch of different platforms just to be like, tell him this.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think you're the asshole. I understand. I do think one thing that he said though that was a little toxic was, you should be my friend through it all. Basically, he basically said something like kind of along the lines of like, oh well, that like your opinion or your boundary doesn't matter. Like he said, if I'm really his friend, I would stick around no matter what. And that's where I would say no.
That's not a thing.
That's not a thing. I stick around as long as we're treating each other well and we want to be friends. But if you mistreat me, especially a certain amount of times, like if I keep giving you chances, then that's where it's like, no, we're not friends anymore. So you don't get to set the parameters of our friendship. It's an agreed upon thing.
Right.
So
I was having this conversation with some of my friends recently, because we were talking about how we get older, we don't feel as close as we did when we were like in our 20s and like we're hanging out all the time, and now we have separate lives, and when we get together it's good, but it's like there's like a period of time where you're like, if I'm not really investing in this, I'm like, am I really their friend, or should I be doing more? Should I be making more effort? And you like go back and forth like, what is actually friendship as you get older? And I feel like the pandemic like fragmented it worse, where you're like, oh, we're like really separate. Like our relationship is sending memes back and forth on social media. Like that's the extent of a relationship. We don't see each other. We don't talk to each other. So we're going back and forth like, well, should we be doing more? If like it's something that we're feeling isolated, should we be doing more? And you're like, well, what if I don't want to do more? It's me not wanting to do more grounds for you to stop being my friend. And it's like, it's complicated because you're like, some people want more in a relationship and some people want less. And you have to match up, you have to align with that. And if this was too much for OP, like, I don't want to do that. That's fine, because their boundary might be different. But if it doesn't align, then I guess not being friends is the best thing.
mm-hmm.
Agreed. But so I see your point, Sam, how like you're distant when you're older.
Yeah. Everybody
has their own lives. You all go through stuff or whatever differently. But so I still have my Sam G. So like I still feel like I can tell her anything in the entire world and she wouldn't judge me. She wouldn't care. She would care, and she would If it was something stupid, she would tell me. And I guess that's what I value, is somebody who isn't afraid to tell me what it is, even if we haven't like hung out, we still talk. But
and I think we're the same in that, because I'm like, I think most of my friends who are still friends now are ones that we can go long periods of time, talk, it feels the exact same, and there's no like anger that we didn't talk.
Right, exactly.
But we talked about this last episode or a few episodes ago, where we're like, we have different standards for different friends. And when you were talking about that, that's what I thought about was I have 2 friends right now in my mind where one of them I could go, and I have gone months without talking to them. But the moment I talk to them, it's like just like we were, like we hadn't seen each other yesterday. I have another friend where the same thing happens and I'm upset. I'm like, we don't talk. I don't know anything about you. But when me and Brandon were discussing it further, like later on, I think I was just saying it's like, it depends on, I had said something and I can't remember what it was, but it's something along the lines of, it's like the person that I could talk to and nothing changes, it still feels like they like want to talk to me and they have my best interest at heart. Even though they haven't seen me in forever, they genuinely want to know about me, compared to the other person where it's like more of a, I'm just talking to you now because
we're going through the motions.
Or it's more of like a venting situation instead of, how are you? Like, I want to hear about you. Like, you make me laugh. You're a person I want to be around. So I don't know. It's interesting when, like you said, I guess maybe like what you're saying is the moment that you have a different expectation, like one person's like, no, I need to see you more. And the other person's like, well, I could go without. When it's like, you're unequally yoked, as we would say, with friendships, like you guys have different standards. You're not matching up. I think that is probably where, it's time to cut it off. Because,
This conversations make me feel like a really bad friend.
Why?
Because I don't reach out to people. Like
neither do
no, at all.
I have
like, so
question.
I feel like I'm that friend that it's just like,
I'm trying to get better at it.
I need to get better. Shoot.
I
feel horrible.
Don't feel bad.
Well, it's like the episode where we all called our moms because we were like,
I know, I'm going to go call.
We just start calling our friends.
Yeah.
Call your friends, text your friends, people that you want to see.
I love you all.
Well, it wasn't to say.
It's bad. You're saying we're bad people for that.
I don't
No,
know.
I am the person who doesn't text and talk to people. The only person I talk to like all the time is Brandon and Sam. But
that's the funny thing to me because I'm like, people that have been friends for a long time, I'm like, I feel like we have a deep thing and it holds a test of the time. But the people I'm closest to now are these two. But it's just because I'm like, I am a proximity person. So whoever I'm hanging out with, I'm probably going to be closer with.
Right.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but I'm like,
it's natural.
That's how I'm like, I see these people all the time. So I'm going to end up be closer and telling them more stuff than some other people.
Yeah.
Who I've been friends with for years and years and years and years.
Because you just haven't seen them.
Are you just going to reach out and be like, hey, so I did this thing and
Well, my friend told me, which I do try to listen to now, is like, if I think of a person, if they just cross my mind for whatever reason, send them a message. And it's something that, it doesn't have to be something complicated. It's like, I was thinking about you, send a message, send something.
That's actually a good idea.
Because they always think it's nice, you feel good to do it. And people cross your mind all the time. A lot of times you're just like, oh. But just doing something, and I've been doing that and it has been better. But then it's the people who are like, well, let's keep talking. I'm like, well.
I ain't got time for that.
I did that.
I didn't plan on the
I did the one
conversation,
message thing. I didn't know. No, we can't call. Well, no, why are you FaceTiming me? Like, it's that point. But I do like that advice, and I have been trying to follow that more.
I have
That's
a question.
good idea.
So, in the story, like, when people, how do I say this? Yeah, when people have like that weight of something their friend is going through, for me, it's like, it takes a few times before I'm like, all right, like, I care about you as a person, but the scenario you keep putting yourself in, I have no like energy to keep carrying with you in the same way that I did. Like with my friend I was talking about, like, this is like the third time it's happened, and I was just like, after a certain point, I just kind of like
You're
backed up.
doing this to yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, you keep putting the square peg in the round hole.
Yeah.
Like, when are you gonna figure it out? But it's like, you know, some people are like, oh yeah, just patient with them, you know, keep going with it. But for me, it's like after like 3 times, I'm like, I don't think I have patience. But like, I'll tell you what it is. But like,
Because you're not growing.
yeah, I at least for me, I just in that I'm a very patient person, but I don't have patience for that when they're like continuously just throwing themselves in the same loop. And I've thought about it because it's like sometimes it makes me feel bad because it's like I'll hear other people like talk about it and I'm like, dang, should I like feel this way or like,
Nah.
is it okay or kind of healthy that I'm just like, hey, after 3 times, you got it, bro. Like, figure it out for yourself.
It's just like, did you ever watch the show Shameless?
Yeah.
It's like being friends with the Gallaghers. Like, they're cool people, they're fun, but they would make the same mistakes over and over again. It's like you watch your friend doing the same dumb thing over and over. You're like, why aren't you learning and growing from what you're doing? That is a frustrating thing to be in a friendship or a relationship, any kind of relationship with someone like that, where you're like, I can't keep doing this.
But a lot of the time, if you actually, like, once you're fed up and you actually say, hey, dumb butt, like, literally, I've told you this, and this, and you're not doing anything. Like, once you get, like, blunt with them, a lot of the time, they'll stop
telling you about it.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing too, though. I'm like, I'm not blunt. I'm very honest, but I just know how to say stuff to make it where it's like you got exactly what you needed to hear, but you don't feel like he just cut me with his words.
Yeah.
So it's like there's only so many times where I'm like, I'm telling you the truth. I'm seeing it from the outside in. I'm seeing your story. I've seen it 1,000 times before. This is what it is, and yeah, I don't know.
I get you. Yeah.
I feel bad though.
I don't know. I feel like he's hurt my feelings a lot of times. So I don't know.
Really?
He's
That's your cousin.
you cut sometimes.
Well, you're different because you actually physically harm me, and I.
As a joke.
Wow, you guys got it.
It was off.
I said,
Yeah.
What's the longest you guys have gone without talking to somebody, and then you went back and talked to them again?
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm like, what's
Years.
I'm like, it's still going.
What'd you say? Like,
Well,
one?
like it depends what kind of friend. Like, is it a close or is it just like any?
you get back with them? Like it's the friend that you have where you're like, I don't need to talk to you for years, and then I talk to you again, and it's the same. You're like catching up. It's good vibes still.
a year.
Yeah, I feel like a year.
Yeah. Or, yeah, a year. But it wouldn't be like no contact. It'd just be like, I don't
Was
know.
it like complete no contact that you're asking? Because like,
Well, like you might see him on social media, but you haven't seen him.
oh yeah, when
Well, maybe longer because I feel like that pandemic. It was like
I was like
2
4 years.
where I'm like, I wasn't talking. I was like talking to 2 or 3 people. I feel like really talking.
You guys talk about seeing people. I don't see people. Like, I don't even know.
No, that's me now though.
I don't
too.
know what that is. Like, if I talk to somebody, yeah. Like, I'll hang out with people, but like not a lot. I guess I don't.
yeah, me
You say
and
like
Does that make
4
any
years
sense?
though?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, I don't.
me and Aunt had a year gap when he moved the first time, and I was just like,
But you didn't talk.
yeah, we didn't talk, but it wasn't like on some. Like, I was like, oh, he's busy, and then that was my excuse for like a whole year straight. And then one day he just reached out, and I was like, no, because you literally just crossed. Like I was like, dude, I haven't talked to Anthony in like a year, and then he just started FaceTime. I was like, and he just answered. I answered, and he's like, and I was like,
Well, he FaceTimed you?
yeah.
This is why I don't like your generation. Y'all be FaceTiming at weird. The first communication of the year you FaceTime is so aggressive. When Madi FaceTimes me, I get so anxious every time. I'm like, why do y'all FaceTime
It's like,
as a natural thing?
I want you to see I don't FaceTime with everybody as a natural thing. I FaceTime with people I love as a natural thing.
Oh, I love that, but I get scared every time. I'm like, this is aggressive.
it's like, at least for me, the way I justify it, when FaceTime first came out, it's like it's calling with more emotion.
That's what I don't like. I don't keep the emotion out of it. We're getting less of them. Like a text is fine.
I don't like texting though, so that's also my thing.
Well, I know
Texting is so much of a hassle. Like
Brandon actually legitimately hates this dude. He's a lurker. He does not want to say anything. He's like, I'm not texting.
I don't think me and Brandon's text log, I don't think we've texted each other for like 6 years, like this next story.
Have you or not? I want to know if that's true or not.
Have you or not?
Wait, what's the answer to that?
It's dry. It's like the last one was like from like
'Cause you guys are
2018.
always FaceTiming?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. We still text too. It's like little things like good morning. And he'll say it like that too. And I'm like, you're weird.
Sometimes I'll send voice messages. That's my thing. I don't text, but I'll send some voice messages.
I only do a voice message to someone I love.
Not the eye contact, okay? You wanna be. Wait, so you guys send voice messages back to each other, right?
I've never sent him a voice message. We don't text though.
Yeah, we don't text.
Yeah.
Would I be the asshole if I, female 23, broke up with my partner, male 25, of almost 6 years because of what he did on our daughter's birthday 6 months ago? Where do I start? We got together just before my birthday. We met at this massive street party in London, and after 2 days of nonstop messaging, we met up. Before him, I had been in 2 toxic relationships. My first one, he would get really nasty, and he would get into physical altercations, and that ended with me being kicked out and living with a surrogate family. Second one was on the road, if you know, you know, and went away for a year, but we would talk about it all the time and was planning for a family when he got out. I know I was very young, but whatever. When he got out, he got a next girl pregnant, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. From then onward, I started sleeping around. I had a sugar daddy and a few guys on the side. I was wild. Fast forward to when I went to the street party and met my baby daddy. So we met up and spent the whole day together. It was the first time I had been on a proper date in a long time. He treated me so well. We went back to mine's, did the deed. It was all right. Ever since that night, I think he left mine a few nights to get a few things, and then he moved in straight away, as he's from abroad and he got kicked out of his accommodation and was jobless. I know. I just had to make it official. I like him, but I didn't want a relationship. But if he's living here, then what the hell? Might as well. I supported us the whole time, working full time with him at home. I grew some resentment as we had just gotten together / met, and he's not picking up his portion. This was in 2019, and by 2021, I had moved again, and we were welcoming our baby girl. It was magical. I was still working, and he hadn't found a job, but during my maternity, he found work, and all was well. Healthy baby and loving family. I started back again in 2022 and started to become myself again. It felt great, and he was working, but not as much hours as me. I was doing the mornings, drop-offs, and pickups, and he would still moan about being tired and not having dinner ready or just being sleepy when I got home. I was sick and tired. On top of that, his money wasn't lasting, and he'd feel sorry for himself. I wanted to leave him, but then his dad passed away, and that broke him because he didn't have the money to go back home, so I thought it was not the right time. Fast forward to our daughter's 2nd birthday, and he had been on a dating website the night before. I was looking for pictures of our daughter's birthday on his phone to send to myself, but instead I found that. I was so confused and hurt. I didn't see that coming. I wanted to keep it to myself and just cheat back, but I'm an emotional person and confronted him the next day. He lied at first, but begged me to forgive him. I didn't at first. I was going to ask him to move out, but then we had our baby's birthday party, and somehow I forgave him, but I think about it all the time. I see the girl's face when we're having sex, and I can't forget what he did to me after all the heartbreak that I told him that I had been through. I don't think I loved him as I once did. The day I found out what he did, he was talking to another woman after all I'd sacrificed for him, even though he spoke with another woman, not sleeping, and it was the one time it completely fractured the love that I had for him. I've been trying to find the love that I've had for him, initiating and having more romantic dates, but always feeling like that's not enough. His financial situation doesn't make it any better. I've also asked for marriage, and he keeps giving me the runaround, but he wants more kids and I don't want any. He loves our daughter so much and she's attached to him. I love him, but I think if we didn't have our daughter, I would have left him by now. I just need some advice. Has anyone ever gone through a situation like this? I'm not sure if I'm feeling defected because of our situation with money or the betrayal. He loves on me so much and the sex is amazing. If he does leave, how is it going to work? How will he afford housing and our daughter? I'll be fine. I'm making good money to support us, but I think he'll struggle with childcare and housing. Please give me some advice.
The best advice I can give you is worry about yourself and your daughter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Worry about yourself and your daughter. You are not his mom. You are not, no. He's a grown-ass man.
It's got to be exhausting to take care of a grown adult like that.
Yeah.
I was
Run! No, I'm
this story, because I think I read this one before, was I hate when people like are not like evaluating the relationship. Like they seemingly don't have an insight to their own relationship because there were so many red flags she's saying in it that like
yes,
from both sides. Like I think she has some things from her past that's definitely influencing her relationship now, and his signs of like not having jobs for such a long period of time, being taken care of, complaining, being tired, like not putting equal weight into the relationship. But then you're having all those bad things and you're like, well, he's like, well, I want to have another kid. Crazy to me. You're in this middle, this awful, this weird, strained relationship. Let's have more kids. She's like, I want to get married. I'm like, are people not analyzing the relationships? Like, before we make these giant decisions, because we already have a kid, so that's already a huge decision, maybe we should evaluate whether we should be together, because it doesn't seem like that's being evaluated at all. It's just like,
right.
I love him and the sex is good, so I guess we'll just keep going in this.
She's got rose-tinted glasses, though.
Yeah.
She has to, because, like, from us, we only see that from the logical standpoint. We only see, okay, he wants more kids, but is already not in a financial position to provide for said more kids. Why would you have more kids? Why is marriage the next thing on your list? There's so many other things. So yeah, it's just, but I think she's just so deep in it that she's just like,
yeah.
Because, and then like you were saying, based on her past too, it's like she's got there's some things she could probably work on.
1,000%.
And I think the biggest thing is just like staying when you don't need to stay. Like yeah, it's tough. You guys have a child together, but you'll figure it out. You don't have to worry about him. He's a grown man. He'll figure it out. Hopefully.
And if not,
he hasn't figured it out yet.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I have friends. I have a friend that is in this situation and been with her a long time, and they're like, they fight, they go ups and downs. They're like, well, if I left them, then they would have nothing. They would go there like, well, you're not helping them really now by continuing to take care of them. Then there's nothing for them. Like, if you don't want to be in a relationship and you're unhappy, go. You are grown. Like, I forget, like, we're babying these people so much. I'm like, you're grown. It's not my responsibility because you're actually actively bringing me down.
Yeah.
Right.
So why would I want, if I'm not going to be in a relationship with you, then bye.
Without me, they'll have nothing. And with you, they still have barely anything.
They're barely anything. They're not contributing anything.
It is hard to, I understand that they've been together for so long, so it is hard to have that. But it seems like that it's already like her rose-colored glasses are kind of off a little bit. She's got they're crooked like this because she sees stuff. She's like, yeah, the sex is good, and that's about it from what I hear. So,
and he loves their daughter.
Yeah, well,
Sex is good, but you're a horrible person.
He should, right? Like,
well, good, you're a normal person who loves the thing you made.
Right. I feel like they're kind of halfway off because she is seeing some of the red flags, like, but not. I can see that it being hard to. You get in a routine of things, right? So you're used to this person, you're comfortable with them, you know what to expect from this person, even if it's bare minimum. But so you're in a zone where you're comfortable with this person, and having to go out there and meet new people is like a thought that makes you want to dig a grave. But like
Well, what do you guys think about this? So this is top comment, and somebody mentioned something about the having more kids. She says, "Oh, honey, why are you so worried about his well-being and comfort when he quite clearly doesn't care about yours? Please do not get pregnant again with him. More kids will make it harder to separate, and he knows it. Be a success story and move on from him. Either move him or yourself out. Your daughter will be okay."
Be the success story.
Yeah.
Bars.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
That is a red flag. Him wanting to have a kid and not get married is.
but her point, I'm like, that actually makes sense. Like, it's easier for him because it makes sense for him to keep having her in his life. She benefits him so much, and he does not benefit her at all.
Right.
So his life is very easy with her around because she basically pays for so much stuff. She probably still raises the kid most of the time, cleans the house most of the time. Like, his life is easy. That's why he wants to, at least from her thing, and I agree with that, have more kids with you, is because it'll keep you closer and it makes his life very easy. So I think she's used to caring about him more than she cares about herself. And I think being selfish is something you should be. And a lot of people see that as like something negative, but I think we should all be a certain amount of selfish.
Yes.
It matters when it's like how like you're a little too selfish in that moment, but you should be more selfish for yourself and your daughter. Because if he wasn't living and you didn't have to, not living.
Oh my God.
If he wasn't living with you and you could have more money to take care of yourself and your daughter, like, let him worry about that.
And she did say she would be well off without him.
Yeah, she's literally worried about him but I'm like, the moment that people have the rug pulled out from under them, they gotta at that point learn to like plant their feet. So you can't always be there to have him lean on you.
I think it's, oh my gosh, a man like that is just so dangerous because it's like he has the ability to create hell on earth for more than one generation. Just because he doesn't know how to just do so many things that, you know, just like being loyal, like, you know, just like if you were to have another kid and then put her in a worse financial situation, now not only does the mom have to worry about trying to get the kids to school and all that, they got to figure that out. But then on the tail end, if they are in that that environment, and whatever the outcome is for their life, it's like, dang, like they won't be able to take care of the parents when they're grown. And it's like, whoa. And it's all because this man he won't get it together. So yeah, on the outside looking in, it's like, why? Don't stay with that. Just don't. Like you're screwing your further generations.
There was a statistic that I saw like months ago, and I don't have it in front of me, so take it for what it's worth. It's a random thing that somebody said. But they said that there is like stats that prove that women who aren't married live longer on their own compared to if they were married. Probably dependent on some men. But like if there's a lot more women that have husbands like this, where he might still have a job, but everything else is the same. She is having to put a lot more time and effort into caring for this man and basically raising this man and taking care of him. Her quality of life might be a little bit less than if she was on her own, living her life, doing her thing, learning, growing. And it was a separate statistic, but I'm pretty sure I've also heard that too, that men that are by themselves die faster than it might have been women that are by themselves, like in older age. But I think it's just because men get more lonely than women do. I think that was a lonely factor.
I don't know. I've seen men that can take care of themselves and take care of things. So I don't know. Like, and I've seen women take care of things, but like, I don't know. I guess it just depends on the
person.
Right.
So.
Well, because I'm happy with the conversations that are coming out of people talking about the division of labor and like truly what it means to be in a relationship and sharing responsibilities. Where I appreciate the videos that are coming from couples because I do think it's different. I think there's a lot of people who are like, men are trash, men aren't doing anything, which I do think there's men out there who are not doing anything. Right. I'm not even going to say like it's like a small amount of men. It could be a large amount of men. But I'm like, I do feel like where I've seen videos where couples talking about it specifically, and they're like, we fall in something naturally to what our strengths are. They're like aligning with what they are in the relationships, whether that's 60% for one person, 40% for the other. Like they're matching more naturally, and people who are focused so much on, not focused because I do think you should talk about it, but like so focused on like, I'm doing more and you're doing less, have more problems because they're like, it becomes a game of tit for tat.
Right.
It's like, I think we should talk about it, but it's like, there's no like prize or like, I don't even know how to say it. There's like,
I get what you're saying.
There's not like an award because you're doing more. What should be happening is I appreciate you. I show appreciation for the things that you're doing. But it's not like a competition where I'm like, I've done this and this. I pay for all this. And I'm like using that against the other person.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no reward, but there's a guaranteed outcome, I think. Just like with that whole, what you were saying, like if the whole like split 60-40, and it's like the guaranteed outcome is like the house is together or something like that.
Yeah, like, yeah, there is an outcome.
But like against each other, you're saying there's no...
Yeah, don't compete against each other, but you should appreciate the other person too. Like, I recognize the amount you're doing, and I'm reinforcing that throughout a relationship. This is not like a one-time thing on your birthday or a thing. Like, I'm showing that I do appreciate the things you're doing. And that's what we should be focused on versus like, you're doing this and I'm doing this, and this, and you're not doing this.
My problem comes when you expect something. Like, yeah, I do this or something and I forgot to do it one time or something like that. And that has been my responsibility. Then you come at me like crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, it's your shit too.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I forgot it once. I mean, I don't know. You could double check it too, I guess. I don't know.
I do agree with that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if that even
because
makes
I do
sense,
want like in a relationship, but like I want it to be fluid. Like sometimes I clean, sometimes you clean.
Right.
Like I do want it to be like that.
But it's not always the case. But
right.
Yeah.
And I know the only way you can get to that is by talking about it, especially if like that's a thing that can really dig into your relationship. But I just feel like some people are so negative and critical on one side that it also has a detrimental effect to your relationship.
Agreed.
But I'm single, so what do I know?
Same.
I don't know nothing.
I don't know shit.
You might just give him advice like for like surgery or something like this next story.
Nice!
Oh, get him, Brandon.
I think she did that on purpose to throw it off the scent of her doing the applause.
I'm about to I'm about to label these things next time.
Even though he did deserve applause for that.
That was good.
So this next one is, am I the asshole for being truthful and admitting that I find my wife unattractive after her surgery?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? You're insane.
Yeah, they're one of those, I'm honest, I'm blunt and honest.
Nah, you're just a bad person.
There's a time and a place, sir. Not for that, actually. There's no time and no place.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good time to be like.
I mean, maybe she's wrapped in bandages like around her face, and she's like,
"You're unattractive, mummy."
Unless
she's like, "How beautiful am I?"
The self-deprecating
you look
humor.
like a mummy. Yeah, I don't know.
Even though I think I was on the other side, there was that. I think it was like a year ago where that
like, my neck is on kill.
There was that boyfriend who was like, she's not the prettiest, but she's like,
oh yeah.
Like, I love her. She's like for me, but she's like not the prettiest or she's not that good looking. I wish I remember the exact thing, but it's basically like, she's not good looking, but she's for me. And people in the comments were like going back and forth. Because I do think I was like on the side, like, I think that sentiment is okay to have in your head.
Yeah.
But especially don't express this in the social media. Oh yeah, because he posted this. It was a post. It wasn't a video about it. It was like a post and someone's talking about this post that he wrote. And I'm like,
It was like an appreciation post.
yeah,
She said
but I'm
that
like,
pretty good. She's
don't
for me.
write that. So never I was against that.
You have no decorum.
But I'm like, okay with it. You can totally think that in your head because it doesn't matter. You don't say that. And don't write it for other people to see.
No.
Shout out to her mom for raising a super funny woman, not the prettiest,
Yeah,
but
just hilarious.
super funny daughter.
Not visually appealing in any way.
Yeah, I
but
have to
like,
look
For me,
away
'cause I chose her.
her
sometimes.
personality is hot. Her personality is hot.
Am I the asshole for being truthful and admitting that I find my wife unattractive after her surgery? My wife had plastic surgery
I was just
recently.
about to say that.
Do it.
Oh no.
I was wondering if it was plastic.
We had discussed it and I was against it. It was not my decision and ultimately I had no say. She looks weird now. She had the fat sucked out of her face, lip fillers, a neck lift, and other things I just don't really get. She gives me uncanny valley vibes now.
Oof.
It freaks me out. She's fully healed now and she wants us to go back to normal, like me initiating sex. I've done so, but not as much as I used to. And when I do try, I try and make sure there's very little light. It's been a few months and I kind of dread having to look at her. Obviously, she has noticed. She has been bugging me to tell her what's up. I've tried telling her that I'm just tired from work or that I'm run down, really anything except the truth. She broke down and asked me if I was having an affair and I said that I wasn't. She asked to look at my phone. I unlocked it for her and handed it over. I wasn't worried about her finding anything because there is nothing to find.
He's Googling like natural looking.
Oh my God. She spent an hour looking through it and found nothing. She asked me to explain why I changed. I tried explaining that I wasn't really that interested right now. Nothing I said was good enough for her. She kept digging. I finally told her the truth. I wasn't harsh or brutally honest. I just told her that her new face wasn't something that I found attractive, and that's why I was turned off. He said I wasn't harsh, but...
That's really, I don't know how you say that nicely.
I don't know.
Oh,
either.
okay.
Your new face sucks.
She asked if that's why I turned the lights off now, and I said yes. She started crying and said that she needed time alone.
Oh no.
She went to stay with her sister. I have been called every name in the book since this happened. Her sister said that I'm a piece of shit for insulting my wife's looks. Her friends all think I'm the asshole. I tried not to say anything. I can't force myself to find her attractive. I still love her, but her face is just weird now. She looks like the blue alien from The Fifth Element.
Okay, you don't have to tell us all
oh
this.
my
You're going in on her. He's
Have you know who that
He's
The
is?
going hard,
comparisons
yeah.
are insane.
Wait, is that the singing?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's hot.
She is kind of.
The blue alien from Fifth Element? Maybe I'm thinking about the...
And then there's an update.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Look at that.
Yeah, she's hot. I'm in on her. But I guess because she's an alien, if that was actually a human being...
Okay, so if you marry someone,
She's like sculpted.
obviously they're going to change with age, right?
Right.
You're going to be with them for life. They're going to change.
But this is a different thing.
This
you
is-
making...
This is her making the decision.
and you not wanting it either. Because it's not like he's not like, yeah, of course. And then it happened and he was like, oh,
The plastic surgeon fucked up. No, but like,
oh, man,
Wow.
this is tough.
yeah. So, but I also understand it because I see the uncanny valley vibes and that stuff.
I think that is pretty tough that he's like, I literally have to turn the lights off. I don't think he's the asshole because I don't know,
You
he's
can't
just being
control that.
honest.
Yeah.
It's the truth. I think it's like I think it's a sucky thing to hear because the reason why she got surgery in the first place is because she probably felt insecure about herself. And now her husband is saying, he's confirming what she tried to fix and what she tried to do. He's basically saying you either made it worse in her head or you're now something that I don't find attractive. And I think that's probably really horrible for her to hear.
I would say for the story standpoint, he's not the a-hole. Like just answering his question. Yeah, you're not, because yeah, he was not going to say it originally.
Right.
He wasn't
Agreed.
going to outright be like, yeah, you're just like, he was trying everything in his power to be like, I don't want to like make her feel some type of way, but there's some things that kind of has to change in my process for me to get used to it.
Turn the lights off.
I mean, but it was enough for her to be like, are you cheating on me? It was that much of a change in the process where
Yeah.
she was like, you can't even spend time with me.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, like him just holding back the truth until like final moment. He's just like, all right, you want to know? You keep accusing me of these crazy things. This is what it is. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the best thing would have been, well, therapy is always a good option.
What's therapy gonna do?
Well, it's like you can,
It's not going to change your
gonna
face.
work
it's not going to change it, but you can at least say, like, it's like you're in
You say what you feel.
what you feel, and it's not like just straight raw.
Yeah.
It's like you have a mediator there in a way, or sometimes not. I don't know. I've heard some therapists are like, we'll just let them fight. And then we tell them they suck. But yeah. That's tough though. Cause
He's not saying he doesn't love her.
Yeah.
He's just saying you can't look at her.
that hurts.
the physical attraction.
No, that
is just-
hurts.
That is, yeah.
Because I'm thinking about like other situations, like more common, like someone gets a haircut. So like a big thing, but something that can be quote unquote fixed or go back to the way it was. In that situation, you're like, no, like, because what I don't want to say is that she can't do what she wants to her body. Like I don't
Yes.
want to be like, just because he said no at the beginning, like I don't want you to do it, and she did anyway. I'm like, that's completely
That's fine.
her choice. But there's consequences that come from that. You make your own choices. Consequences happen that you might not want it to happen, but it did. Because I know exactly that feeling. Not his feeling, but like when you like someone and you're just like, being like close to them, you're like, I lost that attraction for you for whatever reason. You're like, and forcing yourself to do it is not
Not
a
good.
good place, because people can always tell. They can always tell you're like, oh, you ain't in this. And that's probably what she was feeling, like, he's not in this like he was when the lights were on and like birds were chirping outside and it was like fun.
Woohoo with
And
the
now it's-
fireworks.
It's dark, we can only do it at midnight. And like it's crazy. You're like, turn the fire, like, shut the fire off. Turn the fireplace off.
She like went to check a message and it
Yeah.
like showed on her face,
He's
like, turn that off.
"Ah, we need absolute darkness."
He's walking around unplugging night lights. Like,
No, babe, let's just roleplay as like Batman and Alfred. Or Alfred Dina.
I was born in the darkness. I'm Bane.
So top comment, not the asshole. I think you handled the situation as well as you could have, but there's a difficult conversation you and her need to have soon.
Yeah.
And somebody else said, oh God, if she did the buccal fat remover, I totally feel you. It makes people look freaky. And then OP responded saying, yeah, that's it. Thanks, I couldn't remember it. So now let me look up the
no.
buccal fat remover before and
Whoops.
after. I wonder if it's just like it basically takes away like chunky cheeks and it like gives like the like the handsome Squidward cheekbones, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, that's what that one was.
I looked this up and I just keep getting pictures of Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, now that you said that, I literally see her right here. Okay, so there's a whole.
It does change the shape of your face.
It does. It does.
Well, she got a couple more.
But yeah, I was about to say she got lip fillers and something else too. So she's walking around like, I shouldn't make fun.
Update. My wife came home yesterday and we finally had a talk. She told me that the reason that she had the surgery was because her mom and sister talked her into it. They convinced her that she was starting to look old and that I would find somebody else to be with if she did not do something.
Oh, the peer pressure.
That's why her mom gave her the money for the operations. Her mom and sister look like Bruce Campbell in Escape from LA.
This dude's going.
Bro, why is he roasting?
And I did look that up. This is who he's saying that they look
Come
like.
on, that's what.
Oh.
So they've done plastic surgery, I'm guessing.
They're a fan.
Yeah.
Of it. They're a fan.
So they are the very last people on the planet that should be telling anyone to get plastic surgery. I used some of the comments I read as on my post as talking points. I told her that I loved her and that she was the person that I wanted to spend my life with. I told her that the surgery would take a while longer to settle down and that as I got more used to her new face, I would learn to appreciate it. She asked me if I wanted her to see if she could get it reversed, and I almost screamed at her. The last thing in the world I want is for her to fuck up her face more than it already is. I asked her if she could please just leave me.
No way he said that.
I know. I was like, that's kind of brutal. I asked her if she could please just leave it and let me get used to it. We talked for about 3 hours and we decided that her mom and sister would not be a part of any decisions in our life going forward. She's going to leave her face alone and give me a chance to get used to it. We're going to look for a marriage counselor and maybe individual counselors for each of us.
She needs it, man.
I'm still going to make an effort to show her every day that I still find her desirable, and she's going to make an effort to believe me when I tell her I love her the way that she is. We're going to talk to her mom and sister and tell them that we're taking a break from them. We're going to block them and get our shit together before we allow them back in our lives. Thank you to everyone who tried to help me. I would like to add that I did not think there were so many guys out there with the weird blue squid lady fetish.
Sam, too.
That's not a weird thing. I feel like this is a normal thing that people are attracted to that character.
He said, it isn't for me, but you do you.
Because she's an alien.
And then top comment here. I'm not confident in my appearance at all, but you know who tells me I'm beautiful even though I look like a yam? My mom and sisters. F your wife's family for doing that to her. So, and then somebody said, would she be a roasted sweet potato? I'll see myself out. And then somebody else commented, I am what I am. Sweet yams. Show me the way. 'Cause I got bills to pay. There's a Thanksgiving song about yams.
The yams are all I know.
Oh my gosh, such a good song. This reminds you of that story where the guy divorced his wife because his brothers and her dad were like, she's gonna dump you, bro. And so they convinced him, and he was an asshole to her, and she divorced
There's
him.
a whole campaign. That's so crazy to
This
me.
one's weird to me because I feel like she should have still had the conversation with him. Like, my mom and sister are saying this. Do you think I should work on myself or do something? And he would have been no. Well, I don't know what the conversation when she told him she was having it, but she obviously didn't tell him the reason.
Right.
Because it seemed like he would have debunked it. Like, no, I like you how you look now.
Well, I think he can have that conversation with her a million times, but if she genuinely believes that he doesn't like her or she thinks she's ugly, no matter how many times somebody tells you you're beautiful, if you're insecure, you'll receive it, but you won't believe it.
Yeah, especially if your mom and your sister are telling you.
Yeah, the woman who raised you and your sister.
Like, I've been looking at you all your life and getting worse.
They are treacherous for that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think, because Sam touched on it lightly, but like, you know, he's like, it brings the different conversation of like, oh, like with age, you know, you change and stuff, or like a haircut. And it's like, I just think about that too, because it's like, okay, a haircut can change your appearance a lot, but not that much.
Yeah.
But like some men, their whole appearance changes with a haircut. I've seen those barber videos out there. It's crazy.
Or you take off a beard.
Oh yeah.
Or you put a beard on.
Yeah. Who did I marry?
Risa Tisa, shout out.
How many parts?
On TikTok.
Like 400?
Oh. Like 51.
It's like a 51 part series on TikTok.
10 minutes each.
10 minutes each.
Yeah, it's not like a TikTok
like 8 hours.
2 minute, 3
It's like
minutes.
an audiobook.
Documentary.
Yeah, it's a straight movie.
She does have a documentary, actually. I was on Hulu and I saw that she has a 2020 episode on Hulu.
Oh my gosh.
They literally covered her story.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
It is interesting.
But I'm like,
I'm halfway through. I still have the YouTube video of all the parts. They put them together.
How long is it?
It's like 8 hours.
4.5 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
So it is like 2 movies.
I forgot my point.
Sorry.
Now you're talking about like
changing your haircut.
Haircut can change it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So it's like with like plastic surgery, like you change so much in one day. I don't know, like yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I can't remember.
It does make me think about, because I get all my relationship advice from 90 Day Fiance. And
Smart man.
Yeah, there was one where it was, because I don't think they've had trans people on other than this one, but it was a trans woman and a man. I think he was from Serbia. He was from some Eastern European, and they had a long relationship. Like they were together in their like late 20s, and I think they dated for like 5 or 6 years, and I forgot why they broke up. But then they got back together, and she's like 47, 48. But when you see pictures of her, she looked more natural, and she had got a lot of plastic surgery, which I think it was stuff with her being trans and like not feeling comfortable, not feeling fully like a woman, and all that stuff. So when you see her now in her 40s, it's like, it's the whole plastically look. And I'm like, I'm not a fan of it. And especially seeing old pictures of her, I'm like, you looked way more natural back then than what you do now. And they were having problems with like having sex in the relationship because it's like, it's not the same. He doesn't feel as attracted to her now than he did before.
So he was with her when she had a more natural look? Oh.
Yeah, he was with, because they had like a 10-year break where they broke up, but they were like
10 years.
Yeah, so like they were like together, and she was like, yeah, they were sleeping together all the time. Like it was a physical thing, and now it's not. And she's like, what's changed? And I'm like, it's part of it. I do think he is actually kind of an asshole and he's childish. Like there's that too, but I think the plastic surgery does not help. And you're like, well, I might love you, but I don't know. I didn't sign up for that.
It's like a shock factor.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was trying to get at. The shock factor of it all. But that was it.
I do applaud this man for saying, I love her.
Yeah.
And I will try to get used to it. And I try to tell her every day that I love her. So kudos to you, dude.
Well, that's what I would tell you, especially if you're married. I'm like, you better try, bro. But if someone I was dating did that, and I was like,
especially
you gotta
after
give it a
trying.
yeah,
Give
after
it
we
a
had the
week.
conversation, I was like, I don't think you're beautiful the way you are. I don't think you need this. And then you did it, and then it was bad.
And you were trying it. You're like, yeah, I don't think it's because he's, he has a life with this woman.
Yeah,
like,
I gotta live with you
they
for the rest of my life.
future-
I want to,
Yeah.
but not like when you're looking like Two-Face from Batman.
No, the way that he's literally being specific.
No, he had
about
so many
each person.
specific roasts because he's been thinking about this.
But I do think the blue alien lady's pretty. She's like chiseled. She's just chiseled. Like, so what's wrong
Gorgeous.
with that? So, yeah.
But if you had a normal human wife and then she got surgery and she looked like
Look
an
at an
alien,
alien. Yeah.
I get how that can be
Right.
jarring.
Yeah.
Because if I just saw her, like I was on Tinder and I saw her, I'm swiping right on the
Right.
blue alien from Fifth Element.
Right.
But that's because I was attracted to that initially. I started with that. I didn't start on a human woman and then get an alien halfway through my marriage.
After she
So
took
that's
her
a
makeup
different
off,
thing.
you got
Because
to.
that's not as normal as you're describing it to be.
Because that's not in your vows. It's like
Okay.
not for human or alien. It's not one of the vows. It's for better or worse, for rich or poor. But if it was human or alien, then it's on him to get used to it. But if we didn't say alien in our vows, then I don't have to stay in this.
And I've always said that.
I've always said that.
That's his belief.
If my spouse becomes an alien, I get to divorce them.
If they were.
If you
A
don't
human
like
first.
that alien.
Yeah, if you don't like that alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think even if you do like it, it's still you're like, I thought I was going to be married to a human for my whole life. And
But
now
little
we-
did you know, Sam, the whole time.
you going to switch it up and become an alien halfway through?
Can we talk about that alien from Scary Movie? What is it, 3 or 4? When they make fun of the Corn Maze movie. You remember
Oh, and they like kick each other in the.
Signs?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah. Like,
don't
can we talk
remember that
about if
scene,
that
though.
alien's hot or not? Or
I can't remember what that alien looks like.
okay, well then, yeah.
But I
let's
feel like
move
that's...
I know what the
I feel like
alien
that
from
alien touched
Signs
you
look like.
somewhere.
on. Well, no, I just like his little strut that he had from one side of the window to the next side of the window. If you know, you know. In Scary Movie,
Maddie, the way you're talking about this alien, you had a crush on this
it's
alien.
like the way he was like walking.
Maddie, did you have a crush on this alien?
No, but like you talking about aliens, I'm like, if I met him in real life, like, and Brandon, God forbid, died.
Like, why did he have to die? Why can't he just be away or
Because
something?
Brandon and I aren't going to break up.
Okay.
So he has to, and I don't want that.
Well, how about he gets amnesia? He gets the 51st dates amnesia thing. So you have to like tell him every day.
I would still
who
be
he
with
is.
Brandon.
I know, but there'll be a couple days where you just don't have to do it. Because it's like the whole thing about 51st dates that he tells her every day, I'm like, I'm taking some days off.
There's pictures everywhere.
It's tiring. Like,
It's a full-time job.
I love you so much, but I'm like, the weekends maybe you don't know and you never find out. Because you're going to forget. I'll do it. You won't even remember that I didn't do it.
I didn't even realize Drew Barrymore was the 9 to 5 and SZA was the weekend.
It's about that movie. That's crazy.
She said she has amnesia, so come see me. Like, what happens if Drew Barrymore never went to sleep, though?
I think they tried that, didn't they? I feel like that's a part of the movie.
I haven't seen that in so long.
I don't know if they ever tried that. Because he obviously was never with her long enough to, like, stay up all night.
Yeah.
Because she had her brother. How did his lisp go? He said, if you mess with my sister, I'm going to kick your
good.
ass.
That's good.
He said, are you going to kiss my ass? No, I'm going to kick your ass. I feel like that was a joke.
Now I'm thinking about,
Adam Sandler would do.
Is that movie romantic or is she trapped? Because if she truly forgets everything every day, like maybe if she was with him for a week, she'd be like, this guy's not for me. But now she doesn't have a choice. She's stuck with him. And
She's
he's
not trapped, though. He's the ultimate Rizzler. Every single day, she falls in love with him again. Because he's that good.
But maybe she doesn't even like, it's just the guy who happened to do this. Like, you give anybody long enough, you can figure out how to make someone, like, be interested in you for a day, right? You can lie and trick them.
You can lie and trick
I'm scared
them.
for her now because maybe that's not her dream. And now she's stuck with Adam Sandler. And he took her out on a boat. So they're, like, out in the water. It's actually a horror movie what he's doing to her.
Well, she did wake up screaming.
She does.
Well, no.
She's terrified.
It just said, watch this. And then he's like, hey, honey. How does he talk?
Yeah.
Hey, honey.
Yeah,
it's your your husband, Adam Sandler.
That's actually good.
Yeah.
I hear it.
I just wanted to say that I love you and
This is not
I'm
scary
your husband.
what's happening.
It's not scary. The rope that's around your hands. Don't worry about that. And when you're ready, come up to the top. I've got some pineapple cake or whatever in the newspaper for you. The newspaper, that's the same newspaper that you've seen for the past
Turning into a Jewish
25
grandpa.
years.
I was like, it's changing.
Anyway, I'm Adam
Wait, does she have a
Sandler.
kid?
Yee. No.
Oh, I thought that she had a kid.
No.
Because that would be terrifying.
No. Oh, actually, they did at the end. Yeah, they had a kid together.
Her, like, waking up like, I'm pregnant. Like, you have to convince that every time. Oh, that is a horror movie. We thought it was cute.
Wait, hold on. Adam Sandler. Did anyone else see that Netflix movie with him in space with the spider?
No.
No, it looked weird to me, and I didn't watch it.
I watched it, but it was like I just saw the space parts. I never saw the spider.
I felt like the spider was very prominent in the trailer.
Like it was like the first. I was like, I'll just put this on, and I'm like over here chilling. And I hear a extra voice in the movie, and I look up, and it's a whole goddamn spider just flying, and he's
Madi
huge.
would hate that.
And I was like, yo, no, the way he's like moving, I'm creeped out. And I was like, why are you watching that? Like, it's Adam Sandler. It's gonna be bad. And I was like, I got encapsulated in it. There's a point where he hugs him, and I was like, I was like,
So it looks real.
It was the worst movie I'm literally getting tense thinking about it now.
Okay, now that you say that and you confirm that it was the worst movie ever, I'm here to draw a line in the sand. All right.
Okay.
I think Adam Sandler drawing line in the sand. I'm sorry.
Oh no, what's she gonna
She
say?
stand on business.
I don't like Adam Sandler's new movies. Like even up until like let's say maybe mid 2000s. Cut it off.
Whoa!
Like especially with his bit Sammy sides are so big. I'm drawing a line in the sand. I'm drawing a line in the sand. Like when he plays his sister,
Jack
and it's like,
Jill.
yeah, like, but that's how his movies have been for years. I will say I did like Hubie Halloween, but he wasn't really that much in it.
I haven't heard of Hubie Halloween.
What about
It's
the
from a few
Hustler
years
movie?
ago. Huh?
Did anyone see that Hustler movie? you were
Oh yeah.
Oh, I heard that was good.
Uncut Gems.
in? I never saw it.
Never seen it. But like his comedy movies, I'll say. I wasn't really a big fan of Grown Ups, but they were fine. But
Actually, I agree with you. I do think Uncut Gems specifically changed my perspective on Adam Sandler.
I need to see Uncut Gems.
You
then.
should see it. I've never felt so anxious from a movie from start to finish. Like, you don't feel like you let up at all, and he's so good in it.
That's what people say all the time,
haven't
actually. I've
seen
heard,
that.
I've
But
heard that's like his best movie ever.
His
like
comedy
acting.
movies are, it goes like The Waterboy, pinnacle to me. I love The freaking Waterboy. And then
It's like I have to be
Bobby
in the mood
Boucher.
for it, though.
Bobby
like,
Boucher.
It's like a
Yeah.
certain mood. I don't know.
But I'm never, actually, never mind, I take that back. I do like the Adam Sandler, Jennifer Aniston movies.
Just go with it or something.
The ones on Netflix where they're like a couple, like,
the mystery.
yeah, like the murder mystery thing.
Yeah. I haven't
do-
seen them, but
I do like both of them.
Never seen that.
Yeah, they're fun.
just go with it, though.
It's you that doesn't like Kevin James,
So
right?
funny.
You're like, he's a worse Adam
How?
Sandler.
Well, we're really outing everybody right
we're
now.
we're just going wholeheartedly with that. I think maybe I need to walk back my feelings on Kevin James because I did enjoy Paul Blart. I'm not gonna lie.
That was the funniest watch through ever.
I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy it more than I thought I was gonna enjoy it.
We
And it
watched
was
that.
more like old school Adam Sandler and how I was enjoying it.
We watched that in Colorado, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
we
and
all
I
watched
did
that.
enjoy it.
And commentated the whole time.
But I think I hate his comedy. He does like actual comedian. I don't think he's funny in that way.
I don't think I've seen it.
Me neither.
But
It smells like cookies in your house. I feel like I'm like smelling like butter. Like
Cookies.
no,
Baked.
Paul Blart just walked in.
It's food. But have you watched King of Queens?
Yeah, and I did like King of Queens.
Okay, I was like, that's where I know him from.
But I
love
hate
it.
that it's the worst version of the trope of fat, slow, dumb husband with a hot wife.
True.
Because I'm like, they do seem kind of matched in a way, but
Yeah.
it was funny. Actually, I did like him. I think I do like Kevin James. Maybe I'm trying to think of what I don't like him in.
Do you like Here Comes the
Grown-ups?
Boom? A lot
That's
of
the
people
one we
are
watched.
Here Comes the Boom?
Oh, no, we didn't watch Here Comes the Boom.
the one where he's a fighter.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
That
He's
one-
a teacher. That one I like. I like that one.
I love that one. And it wasn't for Kevin James. It was for the other characters. The other characters are just hilarious in that movie. But Kevin James was also pretty good.
Because it kind of reminded me of Jack Black's movie where he's a teacher, School of Rock.
Yeah.
But if Jack Black, for whatever reason, had to, instead of make the band, he had to win a fight to make money so that the kids could keep going, doing school or something. That's how similar it is. Like, isn't there like a bunch of like funny kids in the movie?
Oh,
and
it's
then
that
like
kind of movie.
I don't think there was funny kids. I think
he has like
he was
students or
teaching.
something.
Oh, yeah, he does. He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has an actual class.
He has students, and then he has
He has
he's teaching like English to people.
that want to move here.
Yes, that want to move here, stuff like that, as like a second language stuff. I don't know, but it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
I'm trying to think of the movie that he's in where he has the gorilla in the car. He's like a zookeeper, I swear.
Zookeeper?
Oh, is it Zookeeper?
Yeah.
I thought it was
And then the gorilla is like in the van and it plays that.
He has
He's
one
playing
too.
the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Okay,
Okay,
that's.
Kevin James is good. We're turning around.
I don't know.
Kevin James is good.
I don't know that I've watched the movie. I just remember the trailer.
Jack Black is good.
Jack Black is good.
He gets on my nerves a little bit.
Jack Black was the best cast for Bowser ever.
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
haven't
good.
seen
Oh,
it.
in Jumanji?
No, Super Mario.
Super Mario.
No, but he in Jumanji.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was good in
good.
Jumanji
Great.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, the only thing I've hated him in was The Holiday. The rom-com.
I remember
with
that actually.
Kate
yeah.
Winslet was his
And
love
Cameron
interest.
Diaz.
Oh yeah, Cameron Diaz
yeah.
was the other one.
It's just sometimes he's like,
He
you're
was-
trying too hard,
Yes,
dude.
he was still being his weird self, but I'm like, Kate Winslet's character would never be in with this man, but they were like, forcing it. Like, he's lovable. I'm like, he's the loser. He's so lame in this movie because he's like doing the Jack like doo-doo-doo.
Oh my God, no.
And it's so lame to watch.
I have to see it.
And
now.
they're playing like the rom-com music, like, this is where she's falling in love with him. And Kate Winslet's doing her hardest. She's like, but I'm like, she's acting her butt off to make this seem realistic. Because it's not at all.
Because she's Kate Winslet, so she's going to do that.
Yeah, she's going to act.
Kate Winslet, Rachel McAdams, they're going to act. For Mean Girls, right? That's her name.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say Rachel McAdams.
Kate
is
Winslet.
going to act.
She's a great actress.
The Notebook. Have
Kate
you
Winslet, I'm
met
like, she's
the-
going to act.
Right?
Rachel McAdams, I'm like, she's acting.
Whoa.
But I'm not going to say she's going to act.
Wow.
It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday.
I didn't mean to say that out loud.
That's all
Okay.
right.
Wednesday, the show,
It's good.
she's
good.
going to act.
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega. is
Oh,
gonna
I
act.
hope she comes back next season. And you.
Why would she come back? I don't think they're gonna. I think she's a one-time thing. She's got other things she's got to do.
She's too big.
She's busy.
No,
booked
loose
and
ends.
busy.
That would be the best plot twist.
Nah, she booked.
Hang
and
on. Wait.
busy.
Whoa. Where the hell was Jenna Ortega?
And You, season 2.
Season 2.
She was the
The
little sister at the hotel.
Of, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I didn't even realize that was her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because she was like just getting big when she was in You.
Mm-hmm.
You gave her-
So
Actually, Rachel McAdams season 2 of True Detective, she was acting.
never seen it.
Yeah.
Can I have to check it out?
Or is it season 3?
I don't know.
It was one of the season 2 or 3.
You're just making shit up now.
You have more
And with that-
watch hours than I have life. In so many shows.
Sometimes they're just on in the background.
That's
It's
an
fine.
episode, guys.
Wait, what?
What?
Did it.
We just shot an episode.
Don't we have more stories?
We have one more, but it's like a work story, so it's kind of boring.
Okay,
So
already
I'm
falling
happy to cut
asleep.
it out.
Ugh, who likes to work?
Not me, but I gotta pay my
I
bills.
feel you, girl. I got to do the same thing.
Work.
Hard
Hard work.
Well, to end it, can we do a thing that we haven't done in a long time? But I feel like we're a little bit out of sync this episode.
Act out. Oh, never mind.
Actually, we should do an act out. That's better than what I was going to do.
Wait,
What
what
were
were
you
you gonna
gonna
say?
Okay, so let's do an act out.
But wait, what were you gonna say first?
I wanted to do the clap. I want us all close our eyes and then.
Oh, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay.
But we all have to close our eyes and we have to feel it.
I'm gonna close one eye.
No, everyone's eyes closed. Okay.
Okay. Eyes closed.
And when you feel like we're gonna clap, we all clap. Huh?
Damn.
Oh! Was that it or
Yeah.
no?
I think that was it.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? We're like all finding the rhythm, and we're just like, all right, people match up with the rhythm.
We should have at the beginning. It would have made a better episode.
Yeah, throwback to when we did that.
Throwback.
We would spend like 30 seconds not even
Yeah.
engaging with the guest. They had no idea what's
Yeah,
going on. We're
like-
like, and then once they get it, that's when
Yeah.
we move on. We still
Yeah.
don't explain it to them. I remember, shout out Josh C. We had him on.
Stop
and-
saying Josh C. They're both Josh C's.
Okay, so shout out Josh.
Okay.
Guess which one it is?
Josh won.
Josh won.
Josh won. Why aren't they 1 and 2?
Huh?
So
That makes sense though.
yeah,
'Cause it's
he should be
confusing.
Josh 1,
Josh.
and then my Josh should be Josh 2
Okay.
because I like him being 2.
No, wait. You wrote Josh 9 because it's in your
Josh-
order of friends.
Yeah. Josh 7.
I thought you was gonna say Josh
Josh
7.
7. Let's not get crazy.
Okay, so are we ending it or what?
Which one will we act out?
Hang on.
The
Yeah, the Botox.
the Botox. That one was fun.
I don't know. We can't really act out the being in a relationship.
Wait, no. We should do the Botox, and you guys should be The husband and wife.
I thought you were going to say
And then we'll be
the injection. Because you always want to be something random.
I'll be the lip filler.
You're like,
No, someone didn't someone ban me? Was like Brandon can't
yeah, you can't be in an
I can't be in inanimate objects anymore.
That's hilarious.
Even though I'd be having so much fun.
You do.
Celery was great.
We're not.
Brigo Roja.
I believe you.
Red coat.
Okay. What red coat? What?
That's what started it all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we are doing this.
I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, we're doing it. Just because Sam 1 said that.
All right.
Sam has to be the wife. Someone has to be the wife.
Okay, so
Hang on, I
Sam,
gotta have a normal face.
Yeah.
Sam 2 should be the wife,
Yes.
and Sam 1 should be the husband.
Okay. Someone's the mom and the sister.
The only two left.
Or the plastic surgeon.
Oh, wait, no.
Okay, I'll be the mom sister
Okay.
combo.
And
I'll
Ben
be
is
the-
the plastic surgeon. Hey, babe.
Hi. Oh, you're so beautiful.
Thank you. That was impromptu. That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. So, I'm getting older. Wait, hold on. Hello?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you, I think you're really ugly, and you should probably get some work done.
Uh,
Love you. Hey, can
Love
you
you.
send me like $600 too?
Okay. Thanks, Mom. I love you too. Hold on. I'll Venmo you. Okay.
I'm gonna send you some pictures, and I'm gonna send you a doctor. Okay.
Okay.
Talk to
thanks.
about hubby or whatever, because I
Okay.
think he might be cheating on you if you don't do something soon.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened with me and your dad. I'm just concerned for you because you're starting to look like what I did before I got my work done. And I look the way that I do. Bad. Bye.
She didn't say hi or anything. That's crazy. Okay. Just excuse the tears.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. I don't feel beautiful right now, and I really think that I need plastic surgery to like fix some areas that I have in the face region.
Oh wait,
I
hold
do
on.
not agree. Please.
Hold on.
I think I need to fix everything. So, what do you think?
No, I don't think you should do it. I think you're beautiful the way you are. Do not change a thing. I love you, and I love you every day. Please don't
That
change
sounded
anything.
rehearsed. That didn't sound real to me, so I think I really need this. My mom's going to send me the money, I guess, after I send her.
Please
Money
do
first.
not do it. I don't want you to change. I love you the way you are.
And that's really good, but it's kind of going in one ear and out the other. So
It is your body, and you can do what you want with
This
it.
is why I married you. So you're on board with this.
I'm not on board with it, but it is your
And
body.
I hear you're agreeing, and I love that. So let's go to the doctor.
Oh shoot.
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, BBLs and plastic lips for sale. How can I help you out today?
I'll take one BBL, please.
One BBL.
And also an alien facelift.
You know what? I can do that for. Wait, okay. Yeah, all the other ones are busy, so you got the open chair. You got the open chair one.
Oh, so
yeah.
This is kind of a walk-in.
Yeah.
place.
You know, we do a lot. I
I didn't know. I thought there's like prep and consultations.
Yeah,
you're gonna do
could
this
just,
right now.
You could just walk in, like, cause they'll be busy.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
You know, they'd be like they're the best, but like, you know, people only come to me because like they could just walk in and get it whatever.
Wait,
they
so
want.
no one signs up to come to you?
But not no one signs up. They just don't know how I operate. You know what I'm saying? Like I just be the one. Like
How do you
know how like
operate?
the open barber chairs. You know they be like, come on.
Yeah.
That's me. But
And they're famously the worst ones.
No, they just don't know
Okay.
how I operate. That's all it
Okay.
is. That's all it is. So if you could just sit in this chair,
Wait,
that'd be great. Oh, and you said you want the alien facelift
Yeah.
and the okay. All right.
You see this Fifth Element chick? I want to look like her.
Got you. I see. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on. If you could just give me a second. All right.
Oh no.
I got a little drape I could just put on. Okay, here just lift your neck up a little bit. There we go. Okay, we gotta put the plastic.
Wait, is there
around
any
it.
anesthesia or anything?
Oh wait, no, this is not a hairline.
Oh,
My bad.
I want to go to someone else.
My bad.
I
No,
want to go to
you
someone.
sit down.
Ah! Help me!
Okay.
No! Ah!
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
This is not supposed to hurt, baby girl. Calm down. You know? Let's loosen it a little bit. All right. Hold on. Wait, where did I? Lip injectors. My bad. I need the lip injector. Okay, if I could just. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Am I beautiful?
Define beautiful.
Me, am I beautiful?
Hold on. Can I?
Your job is to know beauty. Am I beautiful? Please.
Hey, can you shine the light over here just a little bit? Hold on, I got.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on, let me break the wall real quick. Is it?
Ooh.
Okay. You see that? That
Yeah.
right there?
I look good.
Yeah, you look good, girl. you look good. Okay, I do take Cash App if you or you got cash. You got cash.
No, 'cause my mom cash at me.
You got, okay, here, scan that real quick.
Hold on, let me call real quick.
Oh,
Let me FaceTime her actually. Mama,
God damn. I mean,
I got the
let
faces.
me see that. Hey, don't worry about.
Hey,
you know,
hey.
it takes some time to like settle in. You know what I mean?
can I talk to my daughter?
Yeah,
please?
it's just like it's the method though. Just let.
Can I talk to my daughter,
I need
please?
to clarify that.
Thank you.
Hey, Mom, I need you to send the cash, please.
Okay. Let's hope he doesn't cheat
Do I
on
look
you with that
pretty?
look.
Mom.
So
Mom, do I look pretty? Mom.
I think you're well on your way.
Okay. That's not very comforting, Mom.
So how much is it?
How much?
Because you have. Hold on. Can I talk to him again? You're gonna do more work, right?
Oh, yeah. She just gotta schedule another consultation. You know,
I thought you only do walk-ins.
Yeah. But like, you know,
Wait, when did you find that out, Mom?
Who do you think my surgeon is?
Oh,
you know,
that makes sense.
if they come back, if she come back in like 4 months, you know,
4 months.
we might accidentally move.
She doesn't have enough time left. He's gonna cheat on her before then.
Mom, you said I look pretty.
Well, you need to look prettier.
Listen. Like, give it some time to settle in. You know, maybe in the process, block my number because that's when I get like the best. We're going is when they don't know how to contact me, and yeah, we can go from there.
That makes sense.
Okay, I'm gonna send you money on Cash App.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm gonna send you money on Cash App, sir, and then ask. No. I don't want to see him anymore.
Oh, okay.
And then ask for it back.
Okay.
But
Me?
once
Mommy?
you leave,
Okay.
rip it back.
Rip
Take it out.
Okay.
Okay.
We gonna dine and dash on him? Okay, Mama.
You know you're on speaker, right?
Oh, that's crazy. Disregard everything she said.
It was a joke. It
Okay,
was a joke.
it was a
Richie.
joke.
Okay, here we go. Send me money. Bye. I gotta go.
Okay.
She looks horrible.
Mom, I'm still here.
Oh, sorry.
And
you could
did
do
send a dinner
better.
request, so
But
yeah, I'll see you in like 4 months. Just check back in. Drink lots of water.
Please look at me in the face when you talk to me.
Okay, so see, here's the thing too. It's like when you,
Please look at me in the face, sir.
but like, okay, I have to look this way. But
Please look at me.
are you assaulting me right now? Okay, I'll look. God dang, Fifth Element. Oh my gosh.
Fine, I'm going home to my
Wait,
husband.
you're
He loves me
married?
and appreciates me.
You're
Yeah.
married?
Yeah, I am. And he gonna love this.
Oh, he gonna cheat on you?
Baby.
Oh,
Hi, honey.
A shock of excitement, I see. Would you like to go to the bedroom? Try out the new look?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Maybe after.
I'll be
If I
here.
feel like-
Naked in here. Sitting on top of this BBL.
Can we turn out the lights?
Okay, we never
Not,
done this before, but okay.
Yep. You forgot that nightlight over there. I'm gonna need you to grab.
You know I'm completely scared of the dark.
that.
I can't take that out.
Oh, we're gonna have to.
Okay.
Just I can't. Okay, and I need you to let's play a game.
Okay, what's the
Okay?
game?
Feeling adventurous.
Okay.
Put this bag over your head.
Oh my gosh, you're such a kinky little guy.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You want to get in this bag with me?
No, that is much better. Thank you.
Please get in the bag with me.
No, I'm okay. I just okay.
How do I kiss you through this bag?
Yeah, that's part of the game. You just don't do that.
Okay, I'm gonna take the bag off real quick so you can see my. Look at my face! Isn't she lovely? Isn't she beautiful?
And scene.
I was like,
I didn't know where it was gonna go.
I didn't know it was going to go
I was like-
either. It was crazy when I literally looked over at you and you really were getting the modifications. I said, no way. He said,
I can't look at you.
and then when you did the, I do. I'm like, oh my God.
Semi Adam Sandler voice.
Dead.
That was a barber.
There are many beautiful people with plastic surgery
Yes.
when they do it in moderation.
It's the
Anything done to excess is.
Moderation.
I used to watch those plastic surgery shows where like they were doing it and they're like, I've modified every part of my body that I'm not even original parts. There's no original parts to me. I'm a new person.
There was like,
Some of those body mods are scary though. Like the dude that's turning into an alien. Have you seen that one? He cut off 2 of his fingers on both hands.
Wait.
He split his tongue.
Oh,
He tattooed his eye.
oh no, I hate the tattooed eyes.
And he tattooed his whole body black. And he's like, I'm not done yet. I think he split his lip, so it's like a triangle. It's so scary. And then he got implants on his foreheads of like balls that like just kind of stick out. It's crazy.
Those almost seem better to me because he's going for something. I don't like when people are like, they're trying to look like, well, I guess Kardashians. Like it seems like they're trying to look for Kardashians, and it just misses the mark. And you're trying to look normal, and it looks weird. At least that guy's like, I'm gonna look crazy. I'm like, at least he's going for something. I feel like these people are unintentionally looking like the whole botch. Like there was a whole show called Botch. Like that was just this. They had botch surgeries because it didn't look like they wanted it to look.
Oh my God. Yeah, I think he wanted to take away a limb too, though.
That's crazy. What do you do as a doctor when you're like, what? You want me to cut off your leg?
he said, let's get this to the hospital right now because somebody needs this.
That's actually terrifying.
Oh my God.
But there's people who want, like, they have some sort of syndrome or something where they don't feel like their arm is a part of their body.
And they cut it off?
They go to doctors and ask, and doctors will not do it.
Oh yeah, I've heard. It's like
they think it's someone else's arm? Or
yeah.
It
yeah.
Does it do things?
I don't know.
And the crazy thing is, isn't it like it's not detectable either?
Right.
Like it just one day you wake up and then like you'll look at your arm and then it's like, this is not mine.
Somebody attached
It's such
this to me, and it's not mine, and I don't want it on me.
It's like a mental health phenomena.
Oh, that's weird.
It's so scary.
I'd be into it though.
Yes, you would. If it was
We're finding out a lot of things that you're into tonight, Sam. So thank you everybody for joining us for the Comfort Level podcast.
Whose arm is this?
Thank you, Sam 1, Brandon, Sam 2. Brandon's been sandwiched tonight. I hope he appreciates the gesture.
Yeah, my neck hurts.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first joke he made when Sam was on the episode.
Was it?
You made a sandwich joke.
Mm-hmm.
So that's full circle.
Full circle. Don't say that.
We have to end now.
We do.
The circle's not over.
So we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
I'm not sure if I'm feeling defecated because of our situation, with money or the betrayal. He loves on me so much and the sex is amazing. Oh, defected.
That's
I was like,
you said defecate, and I was like,
defecate.
what is she talking about?
Yeah.
I knew.
need you
I
to
was like,
start
I'm pretty
over.
sure that's like a poop
Yeah,
thing.
that's a
Yeah, I
poop
was like-
thing.
But I like read the word and her grammar isn't the best. So I was like, I feel like that's wrong. So I went back and like covered over it and I was like, defected. Okay.
I was like, you know what? I mean, they're in London. I guess.
Maybe
It's just
that's a thing.
Something I just don't know.